right. So, let's take a look at this thing. This is the Kryflux. This version is a Rev E here, which means that this is, as far as I'm aware, the current revision. If you went and bought one of these right now, this is what you would get. I'm not sure if they're in stock. They have kind of unpredictable stock availability, I think. But that's it. So they have a USB type B port and then a floppy connector right there. You know what? I just realized I didn't grab any floppy cables. So I'm going to have to go find one of those as we get a little closer into this. But this does not work as a... What's the micro on them? What do you mean the micro? You mean the processor? It's an Atmel... It's a SAM. It's a 1891 SAM S7256. There you go. So that's what that is. Let's see. Got some pretty generic documentation goes along with it. So yeah, you can actually find the schematics for this available online. It's a little weird with the licensing. It's free for private use, but then they're somewhat nebulous about what is classified as private use. So I'm genuinely not sure if me just backing up my own discs and maybe uploading them to archive.org will count as private use, or because I'm currently on camera doing this, it will count as commercial use. So I don't know. Wizard Tim, I bought this a long time ago. What's the date code on there? This is dated 2017. So yeah, every chip on there is from 2017. This is not a recent one. So if they do have availability, then yeah, it's definitely impressive, but I don't know if they have availability right now at all. So I am going to need to go get a floppy cable, so I'm going to do that right now, actually. I think there'll be one in there. So let's see, we got weird floppy extension, got IDEs, another IDE, brand new IDE, brand new 80 pin. That is exactly what I want. That's perfect. This should work. Yep, that'll work. Okay, that'll give me all sizes in all positions on here. I wonder if I made this cable or not. I've made so many of them that I've actually lost track. But yeah, stock is 17 basics and 11 pro versions right now. There's a pro version? Is there a difference? I know there's licensing differences. I wonder if that's what it is. Let's see. So there's that, and then I have a USB type B cable right there on the ground, just because, you know, why not? Let's see. New Oni Exile. Oh man, I am not sure on Exiles. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but thank you for the Prime sub and for the second month. That does really help. Pro version is a license thing. Okay, that's what I was thinking. That's weird that there's a stock differentiation then. Is it done through like PayPal and they automate it? Because that's weird. New Onyx Isle. Ah, okay. Thank you for letting me know. I really want to be able to say your name there. Okay. I just realized I didn't even get to play with the weird SCSI Terminators, but the Blue SCSI has that all built in. So I think I can just kind of plug it in after getting the driver stuff sorted out. So I think I was trying to cover this, and I may not have finished the thought. It's an anagram of Wesley Nixon. Ah, okay. I have something unfortunate to let you know. I just found this out today. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna mute my phone. So I was actually trying to get the 21-inch CRT set up with my DOS machine, and when I set it to 640 by 480, it does not work. I've never seen that before. It just has this high-pitched whining sound, and then I set it to 1600 by 1200, and it's got some wobbles going on, which I've never seen before. So I'm going to be pulling that apart, yeah, I guess. Yay. Those types of CRTs are super complicated, but it's really weird because it's perfectly fine with any resolution between the two ends of it. And I don't know why it would have any problems with 640 by 480. So yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Finally got to make it to a live stream. Yes, you did. And it's going to be one. That's hopefully interesting here. Let's see. The box says two different things. Maybe it's just that. Yeah, the box does on mine say it's the private non-commercial use. So yeah, I guess I do have actually different SKUs. I have no idea why they would do that. Pro version is €50 more for the commercial license. That is the checkbox on the package. Okay. I didn't realize it was from the UK. Huh. Okay, so I just realized I did not set up my laptop RTMP stuff, so hopefully that works. Let's see. I'm gonna, first off, before I do that, check again to see if I can actually release this video. It's driving me nuts. I spent like so many hours yesterday trying to get this video done, like all the hours. And then it's getting held up. Oh, hello. It's 1080p and 4K. Okay, so not to like say, you know, hey, leave my stream, but I'm about to go release a video here. So there we go. Public. Done. New video. Out. Mid-stream video release. That's a good plan there. But let me continue on. Power supply for my laptop's giving me guff. Go. All right. Camera. Face. Thank you. Yay, UDEV rules messing for it to work. Oh, okay. That'll be good to know. Let's see. I was setting up the RTMP streaming. That's right. Let me close. Well, I can leave this, kinda. Okay, I had so much I had to get done before I could release that video this morning. This was another instance where I was on the ragged edge of getting everything finished. So, I just need a moment here. History. Grab Nginx. You gotta start the Nginx server to host, and it would be smart if I set up that on the streaming computer, but I'm not smart. One moment. Got a sudo. There we go. And start streaming. Failed to connect to server. It's right here. What are you talking about? Failed to connect to server. Stream 12.7. Wait, did I actually start one on here? I don't know. Just all pop up on my subscriptions list. Well, that's good. Got the video. Got the notification for the video. Seems like YouTube is hours before I get them. Let's see. Love how the face cameras become the unintentional humor. Yeah, it's definitely got a little bit of a mind of its own. I don't control the notifications for YouTube. It is extremely random. You guys can all use this as a sort of test to see, you know, like, oh, how reliable is that? Because I think the answer is not very at all. So, yeah. I guess I'm doing the thing over here. See if this works. Okay. Start streaming. Laptop, RTMP, screen overlay. Ah, there we go. Okay, now I got it. All right, so go ahead and minimize that, and we'll take a peek at the driver setup for this thing. So yeah, I switched to RSS years ago, never messed with it. Ooh, I'm jealous. I haven't had a good RSS reader I've liked for a while. I was a staunch Google feed reader, Google Reader fan, and then it went poof. So much so that I actually I ended up writing a clone of it because I missed it so much, and I left that running for far too long. It was working, but difficult to maintain. So okay, this all. Come on, what? Why'd the thing stop working? Okay, weird. Just move that over there. So you're really gonna have a hard time seeing all this. Let me make this larger. The Kryflux software has a deb package and RPM package. Yes, I did actually try installing the deb package on my desktop at home. I had the Kryflux here, so I couldn't actually use it, but I was just trying to test it. So we will go ahead and do this for right now. Unfortunately, this laptop is 4K, so it's going to be a little tricky to fit here, but that'll have to work for now. See, I use FeedReader, but it hasn't been updated in years, so I switched to Thunderbird. I would love to be able to do local, but I have to run that kind of thing through a web page, or I'll go crazy. So, okay, let's see. Hold on here. What was I? What did Crowd say? The Kryflux software has a deb and RPM package. Okay, so Kryflux Linux here for DTC, which oh, there it is. The GUI. I'm an idiot. All right. I want. Actually, this is slightly confusing. There is an x86_64. Oh, Arch64 is probably like the weird Intel Itanium 64-bit. Okay. But then there's x86. Oh, no, that one's RPM. Okay. Never mind. I'm just all mixed up. Install. Oh, man. Well, let's just boop for a moment here. Boom. Okay, back to thingamajig. Is it gonna give me grief every single time I do the whole laptop RTMP on off? I think it is. Okay, cool. So we should have DTC installed now, I believe. So let's see. DTC. Bingo. Okay. So, I would hope that this would change the UDEV rules, but I don't know. Oh, I just realized I forgot to grab a power supply for this thing, too. Dang it. I'm gonna go, I think I know where it is. I have one of those, like, standalone power supplies that just goes to a Molex connector. I'm gonna give myself, like, 30 seconds to go find it. So I will be right back. Oh, should have it in a bin over here with a USB SATA IDE reader type thing. Well, I found the reader. I don't see the power supply. I got one more spot it could be. And I will give up and bring an ATX power supply out there. We're going ATX. Well, actually, let me real quick, check some other stuff I've sitting around. That's a bunch of junk. Yeah, all right. Gonna have to be ATX. Oh, this is not gonna work well. I don't like this. Camera, face, yo. You need to use the UDEV or rules manually or run it with sudo. Oh, okay. I will go ahead and just look at the UDEV rules then. Archivist's Guide to Kryflux. Okay. I don't know why I had it. Excuse me, head so much that it had to be Kryflux. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. Okay. So I will be using the most overkill power supply in the world for a floppy drive. This is one that was in my server. This is a 1,000 watt EVGA that I ended up replacing with a Silverstone 1,000 watt when I was trying to troubleshoot problems with it. So that's fun. Definitely not a waste of money. This thing, as far as I'm aware, works. So, yeah. I am trying to, this morning, set up this Kryflux to image floppy disks. So, yeah. Hopefully the power supply can drop its output down that low. Yeah, really. Let's see. Okay. UDEV. Right. Man, always bothers me when websites doing documentation don't just give you commands to run, like vim or nano this file and then paste this in there. They like split it all up, so you got to do it yourself. And it's easy enough to do it yourself, but it just, people aren't really trying to like do a whole bunch of stuff here usually. Look at the fan on the power supply instead of me typing my password. All right, adding that. I'm gonna have to restart to get the UDEV working, aren't I? It's been a little while. Will this just work? I can't remember. Hello, I like Pi 305. See, I don't know with floppy disks. Yeah, a floppy disk would not like having a kilowatt there. Yeah. But it'll only draw what it needs. Okay, so let's bring this back here. Controls. Oh, that's right. You can do the UDEV. It would be really smart if I brought up the chat so I could. Oh, I do have chat up. Excellent. Now I can copy paste and be all kinds of lazy. Boom. Okay, done. Now I should be good to plug it in. All right. Disappointed that warranty sticker is intact. It deserves a recap. What are you, warranty sticker? What are you talking about? This thing? This thing's fine. It works. There's nothing wrong with it. You might be thinking about the BFG power supply that I had in my server a long time ago. That one is bad. This one is fine. If I were to redeem a Byte break, do you think Byte would have anything on Waveland? I have no idea offhand. So I don't even know what Waveland is. This whole contraption here does not work tremendously well. I'm gonna have to rethink all this. Let's bring the laptop back here. And it should be showing, but it's not. See, Waveland is early Wi-Fi. Ah, okay. Oh, I should probably mute this. Okay, so I want to bring this up. We're going to do ls USB, get a okay. You guys are going to see email notifications, I guess. Thank you for joining as a patron. I should probably kill Firefox. Kill all Firefox. That way those go away. Don't get anything showing up I don't want here. Let's see. Connect floppy drive first. Oh, yeah. I got to do the whole power supply thing for that, though. Let's see, does this have the 3.5-inch floppy power connector? I genuinely have no idea. If it does, it'll probably be for something else, not like an actual floppy thing. crud. It does not. Seriously? Okay, so we're stuck to 5 1/4 inch discs, it looks like. Cool. And then I'm gonna need this. So like, oh, cool, it's all black. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm seeing. So I'm looking at the run it on powered on after connecting the USB. Okay, so you're saying power the floppy drive after connecting the USB port? So, Anyway, this is dumb. The power supply here does not have colors. I think I already marked which one is green, so I probably just need to short that to that. But yeah, okay. So plug it in, then power floppy drive. That is strange, but okay, good to know. I really wish I had a better way of doing this, but I don't. After this, I will be going on a quest to find my standalone power adapter for this, because I do not like this at all. Not one bit. I will double check ATX pinout first here. I don't want to blow anything up. ATX pinout. Yeah, so like 2 up from green should be, or 2 up from the clip should be green, perfect. So I just need to short those and then it'll turn on. Since it's ATX, I should just be able to kind of like poke them in there. I don't need to leave that running continuously. Bring up power here. Swap out the power cable from W30 that didn't really work out. I'm genuinely disappointed that Blue SCSI does not work with the Roland W30. That would have been so awesome. Okay. Should we bzzzt? Oh, I know why bzzzt. Bzzzt should be done now. There we go. The 20 or 40, I mean, it's, I assume it's 24 since it's the 1,000 watts. See. No? 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 See, I really hate it when channels dunk on ketchup and mustard cables. Yeah, they were great. If the floppy drive tries to pull more than 1,000 watts, we're going to have other issues. All right. You know what? I was going to start with the 360K drive, but I changed my mind. We're going to start with a 1.2 meg drive just because they're useless. So I don't know if this drive actually works or not, and it's probably never been cleaned. So we're not going to consider this like a great drive for this, but we're going to go ahead and use it. I have dropped 66 frames, it looks like, but I don't know when that happened. The server side that's repeating this has dropped 0 frames. So that's where I'm at. Okay. So plug in the floppy drive. We're going to plug it in to, I'm trying to remember, Quick Start Guide will actually show this, which place you want to plug in a single drive. So let's take a look at that. Okay. Dock. Quick Start. Seriously going to not show? Come on. There we go. I just can't remember if I want it before or after the twist here. And they're not going to really well cover it. Flat, non-conductive. Connect cable. The red wire. Okay, so, all right. I'm just going to plug it before the twist. Oh, end of the cable. So at the end. Okay, would have been wrong. So, there. And then power. Okay, and you want me to plug it in to the computer first, and then turn on attach a USB cable to the Kryflux and attach it to your computer. Open device manager, do the things, whatever. Open a command line, it'll enumerate. Plug the power supply in. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, on the back of the power supply here, I'm going to flip it to, well, actually, it's already on the off position. And then I'm going to take one of the legs from the diode that was used to put the blue SCSI together, and I'm just going to bend it over so that it will short the power supply on startup, and then I can use the power switch on the back to turn the power supply on and off. That'll make this a lot easier. So, was choppy for only a few seconds like a minute ago. End of the cable is drive 0. Yeah. It's weird they wanted at drive 1. All right. There's that. I'm going to just mentally confirm this again real quick like. Yeah, that should be correct. Shorting there. I'm just going to take a brief moment so people can see that, so they can scream no in chat before I, well, what would be the worst thing I would short? I would short 5 and no connect. Probably be fine. See, the drive is jumper to 1, the twist makes it back to 0. Oh, yeah, that's right. I hate IBM drives so much. Okay. No power is off. And I'll just test this first real quick. Flip switch. Ooh, nothing. What? Why? Hold on. I don't like that. Or maybe, oh, the power probably just doesn't. Fan may not kick on because it won't have enough current draw. Voltage. No, why is it not turning on? It should be turning on. That's plugged in. That's weird. We'll try tapping it. That did it. Well, did it briefly. Weird, it won't stay on. ATX is supposed to be momentary. I don't know why it wants to be held, but okay. I guess I will be... Well, why doesn't it turn on with the load in there, or the short in there? Momentary on the motherboard. Yeah, momentariness comes from... Oh, is it held on the power supply for ATX? How did I never know that? Off. Okay, shorted. Now it's going to work, I guess. Okay. All right. Held low to power on. Yeah. See, the board provides constant connection. You need to keep it. Sure. Yeah. PS on isn't momentary, just power button. Okay. Well, that's all right. I thought it just had fallback. So this computer down here does have a latching. Oh, that's plugged into power. I didn't realize that. That has a latching power supply on an ATX power connector, but I thought that ATX was supposed to be momentary and that it was just working as like a backup thing, but apparently it's like AT. Okay, good to know. That'll work. I can plug it in, but not turn it on. I'm now ready to power or plug all this in. Okay. Actually, I'm going to leave the quick start guide up on the side. I will bring this back. Boom, boom. And that should make it visible. Okay, so there's all the USB devices plugging in the hold on, let me take out the ripped off USB port that is apparently inside of this USB cable. I don't know where this came from. Hopefully this is not from something that I care about. That's not good. Ruh-roh. All right, now let's plug it in. Boom. LS USB and well, that's interesting. Ah, there we go. Atmel Samba bootloader. Okay, that's weird they chose Samba as the name, but all right. Let's bring that up. Helencroft, you want me to just start the jar file? Okay, we can do that. Kryflux Linux, DTC, and we will do Java -jar, Kryflux jar. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's so tiny. Yeah, high DPI. It doesn't work on anything. Wow. Let me change this over to 1080p real quick, like. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. This laptop is extremely stupid. The laptop itself can only run at 4K. That is the only resolution it supports. Now, if I open the NVIDIA control panel and look at my resolution options in there, we can see we have all these weird ones that are called scaled. All right, so it will still only send 4K to the panel, but it'll stretch out different resolutions to show. And I tried it at one point. It doesn't look like it'll let me now, which is good, but I had set it to 640 by 480 at one point, and like the display driver circuitry in the laptop freaked out, and the screen was just like smeared one image all the way across. And then I actually had it connected to two monitors, so I was able to put the NVIDIA server stuff onto the other monitor and then set it back. But then the display was flickering in parts, and I think it like overheated display drivers with the wrong like clock frequency or something, and it just freaked me out because I thought I was gonna have to RMA this sucker. So we're gonna go ahead and not change any settings. And I will come over here and we're just gonna stretch this. See, edit transform. We're gonna set the size to 3840 by, oh no, what am I changing? I regret anything I've done. Reset. There, hold on. Laptop RTMP. Where's transform? Edit transform. Okay. It's already the thing. Bounding box size. Here we go. 3840. What did I do? What? Edit. 40. 2160. There we go. Now I can just have it in the bottom left. Everything I want to show you, bottom left. There we go. Where am I at? Here I am. Okay. Here's the thingamajig, and it should actually be, it's still really tiny. Wow, that's ridiculous. That is definitely 96 DPI. Is that even legible for you guys? Why does it look so bad? Full screen preview. I want to see if that's like per pixel good. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that looks right on a correctly scaled thing. Let's see. You've missed. Okay, let me catch up. Yeah, and that's why I hate Java apps. Yes. Hate Java stuff for multiple reasons. Yeah. Even in Windows, the laptop is like that. Yes, yeah, it's always. I'm pretty sure the display is like hard linked with like Display Link or something, where it only has one resolution that it can do. Let's see, full HD integer scale. If you care for that, yeah, I could do that, but it's still weird. Cause it's really bad at high DPI. Wayland, it's a little better. Missed an hour. So Hiram, you've only missed. Well, you missed me getting the W30 connected to the Blue SCSI and it just not working at all. Doesn't even show up. So there's that. We haven't done much here other than me set up a 1,000-watt ATX power supply to power a 1.2 megabyte 5 1/4 inch floppy disk drive and just plug in the Kryflux to my Linux laptop. So, it's legible, but it's small. Looks crisp, perfect. Wizard Tim, you're probably watching an actual 1080p then. All right, looks like we're good. Okay. Man, look how, I mean, for you guys, that will hopefully look somewhat normal, but for me, that the window that is the Kryflux imaging thing in the background there is literally smaller physically. Actually, I can just show you. Than the board itself. I mean, like, it's hilarious how tiny that it is on there. I mean, the whole window for the warning there is the size of my thumb. It's ridiculous. 4K on a laptop was a bad idea, but I wanted it for video editing purposes, so I went with it. Anyway, I have to like squint here and read this. This software is private, non-commercial use. Licenses are available for commercial, yada yada. Okay. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure if I qualify, but we're gonna pretend that I do here. Okay. Yeah, this week. Forgetting a 4K screen. Yes, it is. So, C2. Okay, so we're gonna enter C2 to change the folder. Okay, so Hellencroft here. Now do drive calibrate. Okay. Drive, I cannot do calibrate. Settings. I'm guessing it's not showing up or something. Output, advanced, image profiles. Why can't I not change anything? Manuals just for the command line, yeah. Sometimes I open small gifts on my 4K phone. Let's see, you don't need settings. Forgive my ignorance, but what is a Kryflux? The Kryflux is a extremely low-level floppy disk imaging device. So theoretically, I believe it's going to allow me to capture analog magnetic flux data, I'm going to say, from the floppy disks as opposed to digital ones and zeros, which will, it's actually, if it works the way I think it does, if it's select a format, the box, oh, okay. If it works the way I think it does, then it'll actually be able to read like any disk without needing like a weird drive. So like an Apple II drive is GCR encoded, if I remember correctly, and I think this should be able to read Apple II disks by just oversampling. See. Also, don't forget to power the floppy drive. Oh, okay, I can do that now. So I will flip the floppy power switch, and the stupid thing didn't turn on. Why is it not turning on? I think there's something badong with my floppy drive here, maybe. Okay. No floppy drive connected. Power. ATX. Boom. Okay. floppy drive connected. ATX. Oh, now it works. And make a liar out of me. Okay. Back to the software, I suppose. See, and name the image something nice. Okay. Let's go with... Man, they got a lot of Commodore stuff. DSK, DOS, interleave, MFM. I don't know. I'm just going to do the stream file. Okay, enter name. Test. I don't know. Drive. Calibrate. It still won't let me do calibrate. Yeah, I haven't been able to do calibration yet. See if it'll let you do the calibration now that the drive's powered. Yeah, no. It's still grayed out there. I don't have a disc in there either. I don't know how clean it is. Let me go find my cleaning discs really quick. Hopefully I know where they are. Yeah, got them. We're going to image this first. But yeah, I'm not sure why it's not working. Try restart the GUI. Okay. Close and redo it. Drive. Calibrate. Okay, perfect. It's probably not gonna... Oh no! The disc sleeve is gone. Oh, that really sucks. So for my floppy disk cleaning kit, there's supposed to be a plastic disc sleeve in there, and it is somehow missing. That is really unfortunate, because you need this to go into that. Let me go look for that really quick. I got, like, boxes of all my floppy disk stuff over there, so it might be in that. I don't know. I'm not sure why it's missing. Oh, it's just right here. Got it. Okay. Whew. Disaster averted. Okay. Your virtual camera operator is having a great time, yeah. So, okay. This is what we're going to run through this drive, because I have no idea what the history of this thing is. And I don't want to shred one of my discs. I'm super cheap, and I always reuse the same media, because I don't want to keep buying new stuff. This will work. So I'm just going to soak this with isopropanol, especially for a first time cleaning like this. Don't want to waste a bunch of nice discs on here. Let's see. Try and get this all nice and saturated here. All right. Pop that in the drive. And it's spinning it for some reason, which will work, because I won't need to run a cleaning thing. Why is it spinning, though? There we go. Is this like a function of this drive? Why does it spin? That's super weird. All right, calibrate. To avoid the chance of damaging your drive, calibration is required before use. It involves doing a seek test. A disk in the drive is not required. Oh, well, it sounds like I probably shouldn't do it with the disk in there. Drive is weird. It has some kind of sensor in the back that feels when there's a disk, and then it locks in. And then it puts the head down on it. But it's letting me manually clean the drive, which I like. There we go. That should probably be fine. Is there anything obviously gross on here? No, it was probably okay. But now we know for certain. Let that air out the heads for a bit. See, some 5 1/4 inch drives always spin even if a disc is in it. I did not know that. That's weird. Okay. Go ahead and put this whole package back together, actually, so I can't miss it and then feel cheated later. Okay. I am going to bring the laptop back here. The KF always runs the motor. The KF. Oh, okay. Kryflux. Okay. Let's see. In the view menu, enable the scatter window. Okay. Well, I'm going to do the calibration right now. There we go. Error. Okay. View scatter window. No stream data available, but I will just pop it right there. Drive. Calibrate. Yes. Error, device can't be initialized. Okay, I'm going to put the cleaning disc back in there. Actually, maybe the drive will only work if it's got a thing in it. Drive, calibrate. Yes. Device can't be initialized. Okay. Drive 0, drive 1. Those were giggles. Calibrate. Well, that did it, I think. Maybe. It didn't error. Well, I mean, it did error. I don't know. I'm going to close the GUI. Yeah, I'll try running it with sudo. See what happens. Sudo. Yep, of course. Probably just like open up a root terminal so I can have this indefinitely going here. Okay. Oh, is it doing that? Great. Hold on, accept. Okay. It keeps crashing the RTMP stream. Hold on. Stop streaming. Start streaming. Okay. There we go. Now it's good. By the way, you can resize the GUI to make it bigger. How? How do I do that? That would be really, really handy. Is there like a Java parameter that can do that? Settings, advanced. It's not in the Kryflux stuff. Okay, drive. 1, drive, calibrate. Yes, calibrating. Error, device control command failed, drive 0, calibrate, yes. Device does not support reset command. So do I just have like a weird drag the corner? Are you serious? Is that it? Okay, well that doesn't scale the input boxes, which are the big issue. See, it doesn't scale. Yeah. I'm going to try... Oh, no, I don't have any... How am I going to do this? I need to go find a Molex to Floppy power adapter, and I know that I don't have a lot of those, because I want to... I think this drive is weird or bad. I'm not sure, and I want to try a 3 1/2 inch drive, because I got a fat stack of those, because when I try and do what does LSUSB say? LSUSB is still showing the Samba bootloader AT91 SAM thing, so it's picking it up, but it's not doing anything. There's 2 LEDs on the Kryflux that are flashing at different rates. So the firmware isn't loaded yet. Oh. That sounds important. I'm not seeing directions for firmware. Would it show up as a floppy in device? It would not. No, it doesn't show up as a floppy at all. The first thing software does is load the firmware into RAM of the board, and then I assume the device name should change then. Wouldn't it like cry about not being able to find the firmware? Also, the firmware is loaded into RAM. It's not loaded into an EEPROM. Or try sudo DTC C2. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Sudo ls, just see. Oh my gosh, how is every single window not rooted? Okay, hold on. Sudo DTC-C2. Device does not support reset command. That's what it says. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's the Kryflux having that issue or if it's the floppy drive. Actually, let's just try this. Rerun. Device does not support reset command. Hopefully this Kryflux is not toast. That would suck. What does LSUSB say now? It says Atmel Corp AT91 Sam still. Could this be a UDEV thing? Trying to pull the firmware from the floppy drive. Meatball 1, first off, hello, since it's your first time chatting. No, it's supposed to be loading the floppy drive, or the firmware, onto the reader board. That's what it should be doing. Okay, so there's a libshare directory. What is it? lsblk. UDEV is to just not have to use sudo. Okay. I didn't know if it would restrict rights to what the program doing. User share DTC. Also Sokoloff. Yeah, the panning camera thing is kind of sweet, isn't it? Let's see this. User share. What's user share you were wanting to know, right? Let's see. Yeah, user share. DTC. Yep, the firmware is in there. LSBLK. Let's try that. I've never heard of LSBLK. Makes sense. LSBLK. Well, yeah, that doesn't show storage devices. Okay, yeah. No, LSBLK. Yeah, I was thinking USB. Just to reiterate, this does not show up as a storage device. This is I think it's actually a serial device. But it's not meant to allow you to read a disk. This is not a disk, but a disk. Normally, it's meant to read the magnetic flux variations on the magnetic surface and then capture that, and then you can convert that into a disk image in software. So it's more like a DAC, an ADC than it is anything else. Serial is just a bootloader. But okay, Hollencroft. I was just trying to explain that it's not a storage device interface. So yeah, this is not for like just reading your old floppy disks that you found in your shoebox under your bed. This is a little more complicated. See, the chip's around 256K flash. Shouldn't be loading it into RAM. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's see. Oh, that's delightful that it's proprietary, but I guess, all right. Don't know why it's not working. I'm going to try and just like Google the error and see what happens. I closed Firefox on this computer. Let me just do this. AG3N, thank you for the Prime sub. That does really help. I appreciate that. Let's see. If I recall, the device's GUI isn't really all that well fleshed out. Yeah, it doesn't write. I remember reading that. They focus pretty much exclusively on the command line tool. I'm very fine with the command line tool, so I will be utilizing that predominantly once I get it going. Let's see. The file format hasn't been reverse engineered. What? Are you sure about that? Because HXC disk tool, as far as I'm aware, can read the stream format. I thought that was kind of like the whole, one of the big things is that with this, it should be possible to visualize the floppy disk entirely. So, yeah, I don't know about that. See, anyone remember the surface density of bits on these things off the top of their head? Let's see, it's a number of sectors. I don't remember how many sectors. This is 9 sectors per thing, and then there's 40 tracks or 80 tracks. So, I mean, 9 on there. They're pretty small, or pretty large, actually. Well, USB cable connected. I've tried J. Floppy is powered by the power supply. Green, yellow LEDs light up and flash, showing the board is working. Recognized. Yellow light showing USB connection status also often goes out. The fading LEDs is the firmware running. So yeah, get this in real close here. They're both fading at different rates. The green one's quick, yellow one's slow. Let's see. Oh man, controller looking board with the Molex connector sticking out. That's a proprietary thing. Yeah, this is the proprietary thing. So the firmware is okay. That is super weird. USB tree. Is that a thing? No. USB space tree. Is that a thing? No. All right, I'm going to try plugging this in on the other side of the laptop. Because I'm wondering if maybe they're serious that, like, being a USB hub is really important. And maybe that side is. I don't know. So, okay, so it starts out red. Okay. I will run sudo dtc-c2. Okay, goes green and yellow. And now the drive's working. I changed the USB port. That was all I did. I mean, yes, yay, for sure, works. Okay, it's not a dud. That's good. Weird that it was just changing the USB port that did it, but all right. I don't understand what the problem is with the that USB port, or why they're so insistent on USB hubs being a problem. I really don't understand that, but okay. Sure, all right. I like understanding problems. I don't like solving them. I like the understanding leading to the solving. So, okay. Let's see. Now I can run the GUI, and we can see what it looks like when we read a disk. So let me bring this back up and refresh that. Okay. Let's see, the Marisburger. Hello, Shelby. First time catching the stream. I'm doing good. And the Marisburger, hello, since it's your first time chatting. Let's see, cable could be broken. Remember, there's part of USB part in it. That is very fair. But I would think it would be a little more inconsistent. But I don't know. So, okay. Here's what I want to do. For those of you who haven't seen the video, which is, I'm presuming, all of you that just went out today, I made FreeDOS boot disks, and because I know what the contents of these are, I kind of want to use these as my guinea pig here. So I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I want to try imaging this, and I want to see what that does, and then I want to try magnetically damaging it and seeing what that looks like, because we should be able to see that. Oh, it was on Patreon yesterday. That's right. So some of you have seen it. Okay, man, Patreon really late, but yeah, I tried my hardest to get it done as quick as I could. It was rough, but okay. I think I want to do a stream file. We're gonna do FD13-D1 as the name here. You guys can't see the laptop stream. I'm gonna stop and restart it. No, not record. Okay, maybe that'll work. Come on, seriously. For the image type, select multiple and choose preservation and MFM sector. Okay. Laptop RTMP. Come on, there we go. Nope, and then it disappears. What gives? See, I thought you were going to image the cleaning disk first. Well, I thought I was going to need to image the cleaning disk to get it to spin to actually clean the heads, but then it turned out not to. With this one can measure how much damage is caused by placing it. Yes, yeah, that's part of what I want to do. So why is the laptop not showing up? It really should be. Laptop RTMP, okay. I'm going to disable the network buffer and see what that does. And then I guess I'm going to start and stop it again. Oh, connecting. What is it? Did the Nginx die? Is that what happened? Sudo start. Oh my gosh. Password stuff is killing me. Failed to bind, already in use, still cannot bind. Okay, so Nginx is running for the RTMP server, but doesn't want to do the thing. Let's see. Just zoom in on the laptop screen, but it's so tiny. Seriously. I'm not kidding. There is no hope of the GoPro to be able to see that. Like, absolutely none. It has been very bad at macro stuff, and it is very tiny macro. Yeah, no, there's no hope there. Let's see, next tangent stream troubleshooting RTMP. Yeah. Hello, dysfunctional wombat. Since it's your first time chatting, I'm glad you could catch the stream. But this should work. I shouldn't have these issues with the RTMP. It was just working. Why did it stop just working? Laptop to hardware capture card. So the problem with that is every time I've tried to do that, it drops the laptop down to 4K 30, and then it won't do anything else. I don't know how to explain it other than it just sucks for no particular reason. I have no idea why. It does really bad. So yeah. It's really annoying. Is that working? I think that's working. Come on. It's super far behind if it is working. So I don't think it... I don't know if it is. Okay, it is. It's just very far behind. Extra remote into the laptop. I've really considered doing that. But the refresh rate is so bad, although this delay is just absolutely unbelievable. There's like 10 seconds of delay, and then the quality's terrible. I don't know what's going on. Whatever, we're gonna go with it. Okay, so you're saying multiple. Okay, we're gonna do a stream file, and we're gonna do MFM sector image. Okay, and then we're gonna start, and then okay. To avoid the remote chance of damaging your drive, calibration is required before use. This involves doing a seek test. Is not. Yes, let's do it now. And it failed. Oh man, this is just going great. Let's see. Model this channel, but this should work. Yes, this should work. It just worked, and then it didn't. Man. Did you start the GUI with sudo? I did not. That could be a thing. Let me see here. Well, let's do it. Sudo java thingamajig drive calibrate. Yes. All right. It's doing it. Okay, there we go. Oh man. Why does the thing keep zooming in and out? Okay, so I haven't explained it this stream yet. The software I'm using to do the face following is kind of dumb. So I don't know if I can get it to work this time. Last time I tried to show this, it just would not show what I was really hoping it would. Maybe it will cooperate this time. Show... Nope, it won't show it. It's supposed to be able to show these little boxes around the face when it's doing the tracking. But what happens is it's constantly tracking where the face last was and where the face moves to. And then you would think that it would just set, oh, reframe everything, because what's actually going on is it is utilizing, oh man, I do not want to, it's utilizing this shot. I'm moving the laptop because I don't trust it to actually come back. So just give me a moment here. It's utilizing this shot and then it crops it and moves it around. But what it does is instead of just, instead of saying go to this point and use this speed or whatever, it says move in this direction. And then once it gets near the point, it says stop moving. What that means is when I move somewhere and then hide, it no longer is able to find the face and it keeps moving in that direction until it reaches the end. So once the face is gone, it doesn't know when to stop. So that's why it keeps moving and zooming. So yeah. Let's see the scatter window. Yes, yeah. Let's do this. View, scatter window. Okay. No stream data yet. We're gonna do multiple. Kryflux stream, sector, image, name, FD13-D1. Okay. And start. Let's see what happens. I don't know where it's putting these files. Ooh, analog-y. I like it. Bad sectors, huh? Okay. That's interesting. Camera, face. Thank you. See, in the meantime, I figured out how to scale the GUI. Ah, excellent. I will do that in a moment. That makes sense that Java has an ability to do that. But yeah, that is super excellent. I don't know why it thinks there's so many bad sectors on this disk. It might be, you know what? Well, this is doing that. I'm going to slide this over and this all. You can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to move this right there and then do that. Oh, that gets weird. Okay. Okay, so it's doing its thing. I am going to take apart a Tandy 1000 here for a moment. Because I want this 360K drive out of it. Now, the biggest difference between a 1.2 meg drive like this and a 360K drive like this is the width of the head. This is an 80-track drive over here. This is a 40-track drive. And I might be getting errors due to this being an 80-track head reading a 40-track disc. So the head is a lot narrower. Now, it actually shouldn't make a difference because the track should be super wide and it should just be getting like all the data I ever wanted. But this is a 40-track disc, so I'd like to try with a 40-track drive. I probably own less than 10 games that have 80-track 5.25-inch discs. It was really not a very common format. So it will be most useful to have a 360K disc with this anyway. And unfortunately, I don't have a lot of spare 360K drives hanging around, so I'm going to have to pilfer one from this to use at least temporarily. So let's see. Also, the RTMP is pretty garbled. Yeah, I don't know why it's being such a pain, but it's working right now, so I'm just going to leave it. To give you an idea of how good RTMP should be, this whole stream is going through RTMP, so it should be fine. But I don't know why it's giving me a pain for this stupid laptop capture. Oh man, am I gonna have to get into weird positions? No, it's just right there. Okay. Let's see. OW, if the 40 track disc set tracks to 40 in the settings. Oh, that might be what happened there. File, settings. Oh man, I'm probably messing up the mic there. Output, image profiles, stream files, raw. I don't know how to set the tracks. I don't know, I'm just gonna let it keep going while I take out this drive, because this is the more useful drive anyway. In settings, go to image profile, set the MFM sector, tracks distance to 40. Okay. Let's see, if the alive of the drive you wrote the diskette with was off and was also 80 track, this drive be reading half that track. I never use 80 track drives. I'm very careful about never using 80 track drives to write 360K discs for exactly that reason. So that's why I have like the 4 floppy controller in my 486 computer. That way I can have the 360K drive and the 1.2 meg drive, because that's a computer that would most likely have a 1.2 meg disk based program I would want to run. But this is the real way to do this. Use a 360K drive for a 360K disk. Let's just do this. Real quick, Hellencroft. Would the best practice be to power off the drive and then unplug the board? Because I have a suspicion that that's probably what I should do here. I just want to make sure. Also, I could probably tape these. Or just put them in a bag and drop them in that Tandy for right now. Power off first. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I'm going to go ahead and just cancel this because it's obviously not working. See if I can figure out how to cancel. Stop. There we go. Okay, I'm going to close it. Power off the drive. Pull out the disk. See, it's hard to avoid Java if you get into any enterprise level stuff. Yeah, that's definitely going to be true. Let's see, I'm going to scroll back up in a moment here and grab that GUI resizing parameter, because that sounds really handy. Let's go ahead and switch over to this. I'm pretty sure this drive is going to be good. I am going to clean it. Okay, there's that. Yes, I did that right. All right. USB, then power. All right. I'm gonna grab the cleaning disk. Let's see. Biff Ooze. Good evening. Glad you're finally able to catch the stream. And hello, since it's your first time chatting. Let's see. Oh, I like that. That's really handy. That should be super clean now. Disk is still slightly moist. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm putting the cleaning disk in here and then clamping it down. And we'll make sure those heads are nice and clean. Okay. Now I'm going to restart this, and I can move this window back over here. Actually, this is cropped, I think. There we go. All right, the GUI is nicer to watch for the stream instead of the command line. It absolutely is. Yes, I definitely agree. Let me really quick here. Tech tangents. Oh no, I'm just gonna have to type it in because I'm not gonna be able to have the command history. Okay, dash. Well, they got the weird parameter here. Where was it? Oh man, it was way up there. Where is it? Bingo. Dash D sun. Oh, I wonder where they get sun from. Dot Java 2D. Is that underscore UI dot UI 2D dot UI scale equal 2. Boom. That did not work. I'm going to try one more time here. So here is the parameter dsun Java 2D SD. Hold on. It's not SD, it's supposed to be 2D. 2D UI scale. Nope. One more try. Is it complaining? dsun. Or should this go before the jar file? It might need to. Java 2D UI scale equal 2.0. Oh, 0.0. Nope. All right, I'm going to try before the jar, and then I'm going to give up. Because right now I can't see the chat. Because I'm trying to keep that up. Jar. Nope. Dot jar. Okay, that won't work. I don't know why. Let's see. Scale equals 4. Okay, hold on here. The way I have it is... I'll try scale equals 4. Still no. Oh, Java 22. Seriously? Do I suck this much? I just still didn't do it. Java... scale misspelt. Is it really? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Scale. Bingo. Oh yeah, we got all the K's now. Where'd it go? Okay, I like this a whole lot. Yeah, we're using it at 4x scaling. I like this. Okay. Thank you all. Huge. I like it being huge. This is perfect for video. Then we got the stream data down here. I'll pop that up there. That'll work out very nicely. Okay, I'm going to scroll back up, see the recommendations for the 40 tracks. Okay, disable default so you can set the track to, and okay, so file, settings. Oh, this is awesome. I really like having this be this huge. I'm not just like blind, but I want it to be easy to see. Okay, so 40 tracks there, MFM sector image, 40 tracks. I assume that's what I should be doing. The laptop, oh my gosh, that capture. I'm gonna start and stop it. Let's see what happens. Not recording, stop. Also make sure stream output. I'm gonna lower the bit rate slightly. Maybe that'll help it keep up better. Start. Okay. That seems much better. Okay. All right, that is still got some delay, but it's better. Okay. So I set track distance to 40. I think that might work. Both sides. All right. Let's go with that. Multiple. Kryflux and MFM. Okay. Put the disk in. Calibrate again because you have new drive. Okay. I will. Let's do that. drive, calibrate. How much you want to bet it won't work? It did. Excellent. Ooh, I like the sound of that drive. That one sounds nice. All right. Popping the disc in. It isn't perfect, but it isn't night and day. Yeah, it's way, way better here. Okay. Enter name FD13-D1 and start. Path, would you like to delete and continue? Yes. Yes. Good. Oh, I like that. We're getting good reads now. Excellent. Oh, fancy. So is that like the magnetic structure of the whole sector that it's showing up there? Huh. Let's see. Are the floppies for the Mac Classic 2? Not yet, but I do plan on doing that. So right now, what I'm reading are the floppy disks that I made for the FreeDOS install. And then I want to... this next step might actually take a little bit of work here. I'm going to try and get the HXC disk visualizer to work. Is that it? I'm going to try and get the HXC disk visualizer to work, and then I want to magnetically damage this disk and then see what it looks like after that. That's my goal. I want to see magnetic damage. But then, afterwards, I'm going to try and find a Molex to Burge adapter so that I can power a 3.5-inch floppy drive. I got a big old stack of them here. And I do want to try and back up the Mac disks, just because I don't really have a super easy way of doing that. Let's see. Result? Unknown. I wonder, is that because it doesn't have like a good image to compare against? Let's see. Histogram. Interesting. Scatter. Oh, it can show that in the window. Okay, but I can't get that and the other stuff. All right. Where does it put that at? Like, where are the files? Hover over the boxes. See, good modified, logical track 2. Did I mess it up by changing the settings? Did it like skip tracks? Because why is it like every other one? It seems slightly weird. See. Oh. Miklos Akos. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Whoa, for 3 months in advance. Wow. Thank you. Wow, that's awesome. That really helps. Thank you so much. Hello, DJ Chol, for your first time in chat. Grease Weasel for the win. This is Kryflux, not quite Grease Weasel. I don't know which one is actually better all around. Honestly, if I was trying to make one, I would probably do, what is that other one? I don't know, there's one that uses an FPGA development board that also does this. So, yeah, just set the track distance back to default, see if it gets more data. Yeah, that's what, because it feels like it did half of it. So even though it's, why default, there we go. Even though it's set to 40 tracks, I feel like it just did 20. Yes, there we go. I want to see if this says where it's going, because I don't know. Yeah, see, now, yeah, I think it read 20 tracks, even though it was set for 40. Did we miss a byte break? Oh, we did miss a byte break. Hiram, thank you for redeeming that. It looks like, I think David didn't actually do the one he was asking about. Yeah, keeping track here. No. Okay, so remote data entry terminal. That would just be a terminal, wouldn't it? I don't know. See, I may need to get one of these to recover from my Amiga floppy collection. Maybe? When did that happen? I really missed that. There we go. Okay. So just to confirm, Hiram, that will basically be the same thing as just a terminal. So that's going to be a little strange to look up. So I wonder, just setting it to 40 and using 40 track drive just made it skip half. That's what I'm thinking, Neo Dragon 90. And hello, since it's your first time chatting. Flux Engine, I think it's a microcontroller with some programmable logic. Flux Engine, yes, I think that is it. Yeah, that's basically what I'm... If I didn't own this, okay, I would probably make one of those. The downside, I believe, is that that one cannot write as many disk images as it can read. So it's good for preservation, but it's not great for... trying to think of the best way of phrasing this. It's not good for recreating original media for use on original hardware. It's pretty much meant for emulators. So, yeah. Does that mean you won't look up? No, it does not, Hiram. I'm just trying to make sure that you understand that, like, a remote data terminal as a term is going to be a little strange to look up. So, I will do it, but I'm just not sure what that's going to bring up. So, okay. 84 tracks, 80 good? Did it just like read each track twice then? Is that what happened? How would it read 80 tracks on a 40 track drive? So I don't know, this is weird. Now it's just going to your home folder. Okay, well I bet it's actually going to /root. Cannot enter /root, okay, that's fair. Home, yeah, I bet it's not going there because I ran it as sudo. So, yeah. I'm going to try rerunning without sudo and see if that works. Because I bet on the other USB port it will. Help if I ran Java instead of SVA. Alright, drive 0. Calibrate. Yes. Error. Device can't be initialized. Drive 1. Calibrate. Yes. Error. Device can't be initialized. Wow, so it really has to run as root. That's super weird. Okay. Sudo Java thing. I would have... It feels like it should, Cody, that the files should go here, but I don't see them unless there's like a Kryflux folder that I'm missing or something. I'm not seeing it. Trying to look through the log, but it's too long. It lost data. Did you put yourself in the floppy group? Would it show up as a floppy? Because that's weird. I don't think so. Face strike started making me motion sick. Hiram, I do need to do your thing still. I know that. I'm just trying to... I want to finish this thought here of where these files are, and then we'll do it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do another stupid sudo thing here. Actually, I can do it here without sudo ls root snap. What? Snap chromium. Okay, so that's not it. So I don't know where it's putting those files at all. It knows that they're somewhere though. Unless they're just literally here. No. Where are they going? It's not scans, that's, yeah. Weird. The example UDEV puts the board in the floppy group. Group floppy, okay. Oh, okay, I got it, I understand now. All right, yeah, I'm probably not in the floppy group. Groups. Yeah, no, I'm not. Okay, so, man, I always have to look this up. Files are in the home folder of root. Yeah, but I'm not seeing it. Like, if I bring this over, all right, ls root, Okay, sudo ls root. Then they're not there. It's just cd mask root. Sudo su. There we go. cd ls. There's nothing there. ls la. Hold on. Why is there a .cryoflux? Image profiles. Okay, so Java. Fonts, user prefs. It's like it didn't save it. It read it, but then didn't save it. User mod, yeah. Would be in the GUI file. Would the search in the GUI file explorer find it? Most likely not. It kind of sucks. Peak preservation then. Yeah, really. It was saved directly to dev null. Yeah, ls -la in root. All right. There is nada. Okay. Yeah, nothing there. Then ls.cryoflux and its image profiles. Okay, hello, Johnny B. Cat. Since it's your first time chatting, and yeah, Floppy's definitely not that relevant anymore. Probably, oh, I hope it's, oh, near the .java. That's an interesting concept. Oh my gosh, it is right. It was in the folder I was executing it from. I'm so stupid. Seriously? Okay, so here it is. A whole bunch of .raws. Okay, and then it made a 720K image file. So it did read it as an 80-track disc, even though it's not. Oh man, that's hilarious that I was that far off. Okay. Well, we can sudo su. Let's rerun it. All right. Unable to access jar file. Okay, hold on here. Boom. What do you mean can't access? Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay. I'm going to file settings. Uncheck the 80 to that. MFM. Uncheck that. Okay. FD13-D1. Start. Yes. Yes. Okay. Let this run again. And then we'll see what happens. I would like to MD5 the resulting file. I know where it's going now, Helencroft. It's going to the folder that I ran it in, so it's going to be right here, which is totally fine. I'm okay with that. Now I understand what it's doing. I'm okay with that. I want to MD5 this file with the original file that I read from the disk using a different computer and see if they match. Just, I mean, it should, but now I don't know. Wizard Tim, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you later. It's the output tab of the settings. Okay, I will change that when I get more serious about what I'm doing. Okay, once this finishes, Hiram, I will do your search, okay? And I'm probably just going to do it on this computer because it's already right here. And set up and working. Okay. Here is the file. So let's do properties, checksums, MD5. Okay. I think theoretically this should be the same as this one. Properties, checksum, MD5. They are in fact different. So that's interesting. Let me grab, actually, let me do this. Computers, is this gonna work? Probably not. Of course not. It would have been really nice if it did. That is WireGuard back to my server, and I bet it's going to crash Dolphin for a while. So, is your modem overheating again? No, because I put it under, put a fan under it, so it should be should be staying pretty cool. See, I have an idea of what you were doing, but to see it in practice is really cool. And hello, it all costs money since it's your first time chatting. And yeah, this is really interesting. I'm enjoying this. So, let's see, it's stuttering. I dropped 1% of frames, and it looks like it's back to being reliable. So there may have been a little bit there. The server side has not dropped any frames, but I think it's settled down now. So you copying the magnetic structure of the disk, copy it to another location or disk while preserving the files. Yeah, that should be about what it does. But what okay, it worked. Okay, software. I want to get in here. I have a little script for Linux that I should be able to extract the contents of this with. So let's do copy. Okay. Close this. Sudo floppy extract, and we will do fd-.image. And I shouldn't have done it that way. Okay, the files are in there. Perfect, we're good. Everything's there, because those are the FreeDOS files that should exist in the disk. I don't know why the disk images are different. That makes me a little concerned about my other disk image, and maybe it's not as good. But that's really cool to see that in practice. Oh, I can't delete those because they are root permission files. Okay. Sudo rm star.bat boom sys boom rm-r FreeDOS. Bingo. Okay. Now that's all good. Okay. Excellent. Okay, Hiram, let's do your byte break. I'm going to close that as well. So open home. I think I put them in documents here. Yeah, I got them on here as well. Okay. So search, and I'm going to try and get your exact term here. Remote data dash entry terminal. See what we get. Oh, there's a whole bunch. Okay, so Hiram, do you want like the first hit? Because 1980, build a low-cost remote data entry terminal. I mean, it's right there. It's so it's like a DIY option. And for those who aren't aware, down below the chat box, you can redeem like points stuff as you watch the stream more. Hiram redeemed an option where I will go pick up a literal physical magazine from my collection of Byte magazine, and we will take a look at an article in there based off of a term they gave me. So that one, perfect. Okay. Man, that was the easiest one to find ever. 5.9 in homebrewing. All right, I will take away the laptop view here. Push that back. I will attempt to abide by a request for people. 5-minute timer.
Okay, 5 minutes.
I don't have a mute button, so that's a little harder for me to do. Let's see. So this is going to be page 28-ish. What is that thing? Whoa, I can't get distracted, but that thing's super cool. All right, here we go. So this is CRC's Circuit Seller article. Okay. So this is about building a data terminal for yourself here. I need to bring this over slightly more so the camera can be a little more level. Yeah, so if I know Steve Searcy's articles well enough here, we're going to be seeing some cool stuff. Oh my gosh. So that is a General Digital Corporation. I've never heard of them. Terminal, and it's got a keypad there that looks pretty typical, but then some like enormous, I assume, illuminated buttons and some dials. That thing is kind of crazy. So that's surprising. I am currently dropping frames and I don't know why. I have paused the byte break for right now. Maybe it's a Twitch issue at their end. Unfortunately, I know it's not a Twitch issue because the problem is happening between my office and my server. I'm going to go check my modem thing. I will be right back. All right, the airflow isn't great, but it's fairly cool, and I think it's settled down now, so I think it's back. All right. I'm not seeing any more frames getting dropped, so I think we're good to continue. I did pause the timer for the byte break, so I'm going to go ahead and resume it now. Okay, continuing on here. The entire remote data terminal can be constructed with only 2 integrated circuits. So I'm going to guess something for display and then something for serial interface, probably. And we will see a circuit for most likely. Oh, wow. Okay, so here they're using literally just like a hex keypad, then hex display. So this is for sending and setting a byte. Interesting. I wonder if low and high, I bet that's for the low and high sections of that. That is really interesting. Limitations of video terminals. However, one problem is that most video display terminals have an RS-232C serial output, which is not supposed to be used for communication line lengths over 50 feet. Before you throw out the terminal you were saving to put in the bedroom at the end of the hall, 51 feet from the computer, I should point out that this specified limitation becomes significant at a data rate of 19,200 bits per second. At 300 bits per second, the problem is of less concern. I've personally driven 1,000 feet of transmission line at 300 bits per second through RS-232C. That is very, very far. They should definitely be using a modem instead there. That is quite wild. And I love the ad. Oh, that's not a terminal. That is, or is that a terminal? Multi-user small business computer. That's got to be a terminal. There's no drives. And there's multiple of them. So it's funny to see terminal ad in the middle of this, how to build your own terminal. So all right, here we go. We have shift register for the display, and then serial. Oh, wow. Serial and keyboard interface. That is fancy. So it's a single chip solution, nearly. Interesting. Up to 1,200 bits per second, up to 2 miles transmission line. What? Line driver? Is this? Hold on here. What is he doing? During normal usage, pressing A key would send a computers and host computer signal alarm. Change 14, programmable, blah, blah, blah. What is the transmission line? Is he's doing something funky here. Keyboard encoders, device similar to other keyboard scanning encoder, read only. I don't know what he's doing that he thinks he's getting 2 miles of transmission line out of. I think this is something where this had to be read a little more slowly than in 5 minutes here. Remote entry. Okay, this must be it. So, input, SN. So he's using some TI chips. I don't know what a 5115 is offhand. But yeah, that's oh my gosh, an ad for Microsoft Adventure. I have almost bought one of those. I was this close, but someone managed to beat me to it without my knowing, and I was so mad. But I almost had one of those. Anyway, that's the best Microsoft logo ever, by the way. Just so you're aware. That is incredible. RS422 line driver and receiver. Okay. So that's a different way of doing it. It might be like diff pair or something, then I could see that. But yeah, we are out of the 5 minutes there and at the end of the article. Man, that is interesting. I wish he had a photo of what he ended up with. Was that his photo? There, the remote data entry. Okay, I guess that is what he made. Okay. I kind of like that. I could almost see wanting to make one of those. That thing's pretty sweet. Huh. Interesting. Thank you for redeeming that, Hiram. Yeah, and I really like this cover too. That's given me some like some late '90s Nine Inch Nails vibes, but for like computer nerds instead. All right, I got some chat to catch up on here, and then we will continue on. I want to continue working with the software side of this. We're not just going to like start bulk ripping discs in this stream. I want to now be able to visualize the disc graphically using the HXC virtual disk software. But let me catch up here. More than likely something shall be set up as weirding out. Yeah, it's a stupid 5G router thing. It was both the best and the worst possible thing I could have got for here. Yeah, Dratini seems like it probably resolved itself before I actually got over there. Oh well. If you only need 300 baud, I would think a current loop would do just fine. Possibly. Hard drive ad 2600 megabyte for $5,000. Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I wonder how much the 25 megabyte hard drive I have in the data general was. I don't actually know. Let's see, the Assailer, first off, hello, since it's your first time chatting. Just use twisted pair and some nice encoding, like differential Manchester, and you can easily go that. Oh yeah, going that far is not the problem. Like that's why I was thinking you could use a modem to do it, but he's not using a modem. This is like pre-modem. I mean, it might have existed, but it would be a lot more difficult. See, live near the Boeing plant in Seattle, and it's like interesting. Imagine a building 2 miles long. Oh yeah, definitely. The airplane manufacturing hangar would be enormous. Diff pair, okay, cool. All right, and yeah, no problem, Hiram. Thank you for redeeming that and sticking around long enough to be able to. So let's bring the laptop capture back here and hope that it actually works, because you know, it's been a question by itself today. We're good on this for now. I'm going to close this and I'm going to change the permissions here. Sudo chmod -r777 fd, and we're just going to do both of those. Okay, now I can actually modify these without needing to be root. And what I want to do here is is this actually, it is not actually working. Let's close, restart, see if that works. You should see some packagey type stuff. I think it is actually working there. Yeah, it's just super far behind. Is that like 30 seconds to a minute behind? My gosh. Let's see. Oh, and then it died. Okay. Wow, it is so far behind. Okay, I'm just going to stop and restart the laptop stream. Hopefully that'll fix it. Let's see. This is both really nice and absolutely horrible doing this remote capture over the network like this. I still haven't decided if this was worth it or not. Okay, there we go. I think it's caught back up now. All right, so I have HXC floppy emu code and which one of these did I need? Oh, that one's enormous. HXC floppy emulator. Whoa. There's a whole lot going on there. Test tools, stress test. I don't think that's what I want. Emulator software. Trunk. Okay, I think that's the SVN. So that makes sense. And then here's the problem. So what I want is camera. Camera. Thank you. The laptop is on Wi-Fi, and you know what? I've been having some other problems with Wi-Fi on this thing. I'm not sure if the Wi-Fi in the T-Mobile thing sucks, because it's that too. I have been meaning to like buy a different router to plug into there and then have like a separate SSID that I can connect to that might be more reliable. Because the desktop here that's on Ethernet that's doing the streaming's pretty reliable until starts dropping frames. But yeah, don't forget to put yourself in the floppy group. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart when I do that though. That's the thing. I guess I can just do that. Yeah, let's do it. Sudo group add -g. Is it? Yeah, floppy. Or yeah, floppy. Have I got this right? Okay, you know, I think that's what I want. I'm just gonna double check here. Man, group, add, -g, -g. If I got that wrong, GID. Is it relog in, not restart? Let's see, oh god, trash can is handling the routing too? It is. Add user, okay. Floppy, okay, that'll work. I think I've done it with group add every time. There's like 12 different ways you can do it in Linux. That's ridiculous. And I can never remember them. Let's see. Typing's hard. There we go. Yeah, groups, not in there. New terminal. Okay, so like, this would be equivalent to a relog. Groups, not in there. If I'm going to log out of X and go back to the like light DM or whatever it is, I might as well just restart. That's how I feel, because it takes so little time to actually boot. I just restart. So let's see. One of them is just straight up editing the extended groups file. Yeah, I figured. See, if you live in the middle of nowhere like me, Wi-Fi can be pretty good. If you live downtown area, yeah, it does vary quite a lot based on congestion of the bands. This router, this is the other reason I want a better one that I can control myself. I can't control anything about it with the T-Mobile stuff. It's awful. So, but okay, what I was trying to talk about here is that the HXC emulator software comes with Windows and Mac OS builds, but it doesn't come with a Linux one. So in order to try and see the magnetic flux information, I'm going to have to build the Linux version from source here. So we're going to extract this, and I don't know what all the dependencies are going to be for this, so this is going to be kind of fun. Oh, here's hoping that this goes well. Let's look at the README, because, yeah, I would like to know what I'm getting myself into here. All right. Main floppy emulator library, GUI software, emulator GUI software. I think that's what I want. So that's emulator software. Let's go there. All right. Trunk. Build. Make file, okay. Make. All right, I am missing fl.h. I have no idea what fl.h is. Cool. Oh, this is going to suck. Wine in the Windows binary. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. I will build this on my own time because this seems like it's going to be a lot more complicated. They have that way more split up than I thought it would be. Okay. Wine, HXC, floppy, dealy bob. Okay. Cool, it's super tiny again. Let's see. What do I... Load raw disk image. Create custom floppy. Wow, this is terrible. This is the other problem with wine. Is there a way? Is there a super easy way of scaling wine that I don't know of? I don't think there is. Also, like 30 seconds delay again. Great. This laptop capture sucks. I would try and set up the hardware capture because I have the EasyCap 123. But if I tried to do that right now, we would lose something. Every time without fail, when I start messing with video capture devices, something breaks. I don't know what it would be, but every time it does. So that's I've kind of tried to settle into not unplugging and replugging those things like at all, and then hopefully it works. Drag the file onto there. I don't know if that'll work through Wine, but we'll try it. Where is it? This. DTC. It's going to be right there. Track 0. Boom. Not that. That was the wrong thing to drag it onto. I want to drag it onto this. Okay. Raw. Drag. Yeah, I don't think that works. Load raw file. Okay. Oh, this is gonna suck. My documents. No, my computer. Oh, I'm gonna have to go through the whole thing. Home. This. Where is it? Projects. Kryflux. Kryflux Linux. DTC. That thing. .image files. I thought it was supposed to be raw. Raw. I think it crashed. No? Is it doing stuff? Can't tell. See, ArchWiki says you can use Wine CFG graphics tab. Intriguing. Close the config window. Okay, so you're saying just drag it right onto here. Oh, well, that was easy. Okay. Now what? Track analyzer? Ooh, that's a thing. I see wavy lines. That feels pretty analog. Oh, I think this is it. Visual floppy disk. Okay, where do I see it radially? View. Stream view. No. 5 1/4 inch. 48. Oh, yeah. There we go. We got floppy. Look at. Oh, man. I'm going away. Hold on. You're going to see it in a moment. Look at that. Oh, it's coming up. Come on. Do it. Show it. Click. Click. Wow, it is so far behind. Yeah. Just enjoy. Okay, it doesn't look that corrupted. Come on. There we go. Oh, look at how nice that is. Isn't that just delightful? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, that's what I was really hoping for. I think that's right, but that feels like it read only half the disk. I mean, that doesn't... What? That's 48 TPI. If I set it to 96 TPI, it's even worse. I mean, I'm not wrong, right? It should be bits per TMP troubleshooting session. I don't know what I need to do to make it work. I can lower the streaming bitrate again. Here, I'll stop streaming the laptop. output. Let's do 2,500 kilobits per second. It's going to be awful. And you know what? I'm going to change video. I'm going to scale it down to 1080p on the output, okay? Let's do that. Start streaming. Okay. Now, this should be much snappier. And it should look pretty much the same here. Why is it not... Oh, I know what the problem is. No, I don't. Why is it like that? Laptop RTMP. Transform. Reset transform. Sure, you know what? We'll do that. That'll work. Okay, there we go. Wait, was it 4K over your network? I mean, yes. I'm sure it was fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, now this doesn't look right because it seems like, man, this stuff's so tiny. I'm gonna run wine CFG. Hold on. Wine CFG. You're saying there's a way I can probably change the DPI in here somehow. I'm really hoping here. Graphics, screen resolution. Okay. 96 times 2.
(96 times 2 is 192.
192. We'll go with that. Then I will rerun that. It changed nothing. Oh, but that's better. What was the format of the source floppy again? It's just a PC floppy disk. That's all it is. A pretty standard 360K PC floppy disk. You know the max on Twitch is 1080p, right? Oh, I'm not streaming to Twitch at 4K. I'm streaming the laptop, which is a 4K native panel, to the streaming capture computer in 4K. And the reason I was doing that is so I could scale it out and crop into per pixel. But most of the time here, I'm just doing the whole image anyway. But yeah, that worked, but that doesn't. So, okay. I bet this is using like custom window draw stuff instead of like GDI, so it probably can't scale it. So let's go ahead and yeah, probably the app is not DPI aware, but it's just not using a traditional UI. All right, I'm going to, let's load this in again. Okay, and we're going to do track analyzer, 48 TPI. HXC virtual floppy disk, or floppy disk visualizer. I think that's what it's called. Visual floppy disk. Visual floppy disk. I just want to see someone else's like example screenshot to see how far down to the center it goes. Yeah, this is what I'm expecting to see here, okay? It should go all the way to the center, but like it's not. On mine, it's only going halfway. Some doesn't seem right. And it's not like a scaling thing. If I make it smaller, it still is the same thing. So it's something to do with that. Is there another thing I can check here? Let's see, ISO MFM. What are their settings? Just ISO MFM. Nope, that doesn't change it at all. Track. 41 tracks. Yeah. Everything else is way, way worse. Stream view, no. See, the settings is just how it decodes the data. Yeah, but I thought I would decode it in a way that visualizes it like that. Because that's a 40 track MFM disc there, by the looks of it. But then mine is also 40 track. Well, mine says 41 tracks. I don't know why it's saying that. It looks like that inner track is dead. Oh, you know, I wonder if the drive can read one extra track, but it's not like a real track that you can actually have, and that's why it's red on there, because it's like a dead track. I bet that's what it is. So it's 40 tracks, but then it's showing it weirdly like this. I wonder if the 41st track wasn't on there, if maybe it would just display it normally. Wonder if that's the problem. I got an idea. So it's track zeros. Okay, I'm just gonna yoink that up up one, and then do this. Boom. See what happens. Oh, it says it's 41. Track 0 through 39. Track analyzer. Nope, that didn't do it. But I got rid of the red one, so now it's all clear. I fixed the floppy image. Track 41 was just not formatted. Yeah, that's what I was kind of figuring it. So, does it work if you try to boot the floppy image in a VM? I bet it will. We can try that. That'll be kind of cool to test. We can absolutely do that. Let me I'm going to open this in a new tab. All right. Then I'm going to go back to projects, computer, PCEM. All right. And then I'm going to, since I don't need this to be sudo, I'm going to load this over here. Come on, resize. There we go. Okay, PCEM. Oh, hold on. Shift F4 to open it in that folder. PCEM-local. Okay. I'm going to start booting the 5150 file I've been using. Change drive A. And I'm going to change this to projects, Kryflux, whatever, Linux, DTC, FD13D1. Okay. Now, while that's going, I'm going to have to spam A, because I'm using the XTID eBIOS, and I got to switch it to the A thing. Camera is enjoying that screwdriver too much. I still don't know if the camera is just fun to laugh at, or if it's annoying. I suspect it's fun to laugh at. Okay, it should boot the disk image. Get the cameraman paid holiday. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's actually booting. That's most likely going to work. It's really weird it has a different checksum than the other image I made, though. It concerns me. So I want to know what's different. This will take a while to get past, but it should get there. So this is booting the kernel, then it looks for other files. It can fail here. I've had a bad image get to this point and then fail, so, You know, this is not looking great. Let's do some stuff. There's a mouse cursor. Control End. Let's kill that. I'm gonna remove the hard drive. Then it'll have to go back to the floppy, restart, disk, change drive A. I'm gonna change it to DOS, FreeDOS, minimized. Have it boot the disk image that I uploaded to archive.org that should work. I actually made this using the 5150 itself, so it should work. If there are track alignment issues, it could have a problem. Either do side-by-side diff on... Ooh, you know what? I like that. Do I have a diff utility installed? Can Bless do diffs? Let's see. Bless, hex editor, view, layouts. Can we do... I like that idea. I want to try this. So here is the Kryflux one, and then go with, so that's the other image working, and here's that one. Okay, so here are the two images loaded. I don't know how to diff them, unfortunately. Tools. View. No, I don't know how to diff. So the first section looks good. And I'm just going to scroll all the way down to the bottom to see what that looks like. It looks empty. Okay, that's fair. Oh, that's weird to see the text, but I guess it makes sense. Yeah. The VM just booted. Yeah, I saw that in the background. Okay, you want to just run straight up diff. Yeah, I can do that. Come on, close. Ignore. Yes. Close. Close. All right, let me copy that to here -OG. All right, here I'm gonna go ahead and, since that worked, I'm gonna change drive and I'm gonna change it back to the Kryflux RIP because I want to see what that does. Projects, Kryflux, Kryflux Linux, DTC, and there's that. And I'm going to System, Control-Alt-Delete. I don't think it's emulating a 5150's BIOS here correctly, because when you do Control-Delete, oh, that time it actually worked. Before it wouldn't do it well. All right, I'm gonna let that run in the background, and then I'll run that diff here. Diff, and yeah, if I remember correctly, it's parentheses. Oh, -y. I don't know what -y is for. We can do it this way. FD dash img and fd managed to hit, dude, camera. Face tracking should just stop moving if it loses your face. What it should do is when it loses my face, yeah, it should start zooming out slowly. That's what it should do when it loses its the face, but it doesn't do that. So it has like a decibel rating for the tracking quality, and I have it set to, I think, the lowest setting possible. And it should, when it reaches like an error threshold, it should start zooming out, but it never does, and I don't know why. Oh, now it lost tracking, so he's got a super zoom. I think that's the zoom max setting. Yeah, you probably set that lower. Tracking threshold, I'm gonna set the tracking threshold to the minimum, so it should zoom out more often, but I don't know. That's a lot of errors. What's going on? Failed. What is that? I think that's not even doing anything. I think it's this thing. We're just doing nothing in the background. Because this is PCEM. That is the wine program. Okay, let me unmess this up. Diff dash y fd.img f pipe it in. Enter, correct. Command not found. What those are supposed to be? Oh, I gotta cat the files. Actually, I shouldn't need that. I should be able to just use the file, shouldn't I? You know what? I'm gonna XDD the files. Unless I was... Oh, you had HD. Okay. That's it. Hex dump. HD. HD. Boom. Okay, oh, that's a lot. 49, okay. So there's like a lot that's different. Less. Well, it's got to be like 1 or 2 bytes in these that are slightly off. Because when I look at a particular line, like I can't really zoom in because it's so much. Actually, if I full screen this, zoom in there, maybe you'll be able to see one. So if we pick like one line here, all right, well, that's off by quite a bit. Let me zoom up more or scroll up more. Okay, here, all right, that line looks the same in both. So I think it's got to be something like really minor that's getting changed in these. So, see, put a scarecrow in the background and have the face tracking automatically when it loses. Yeah. Let's see. So one thing the other disk imaging utility does is it checks the cyclic redundancy correction to see if it's getting a good read. I wonder if the Kryflux is not for some reason. Seems weird that it wouldn't. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and rerun Kryflux and rip that disk again. Just to see what happens. Ah, it finally caught up with me. Unable to access jar file. When the wrong... It's right there. There. Okay. We're doing the multiple. Okay, FD 13 Alt. Start. I'm just going to re-rip it, and then I will diff the 2 files that it's going to generate here and see what they look like compared to each other. Yeah, Hellencroft, what I was trying to say is that line did look the same to me as well, seeing your old message. Because I'm not sure what the difference is between the 2 disk images, because it's a little weird. Difference seems to be an offset. The error in the GUI is interesting. Which error? I wish I understood what the scatter data was. I think it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to have to like read the manual or something. Okay, so that... Let's see. We have D1, checksum, MD5. Okay, so this is the first one I did. All right, ends in D8. Properties, checksum. This is one that I just did, and it's in 7.0, so it's different. All right, and then the one that works that is was ripped using DSK image ends in something else completely different. Wow. So we have 3 completely different disk images of what should be. Oh, that one's bad. Hold on. No, not that. That's not a complete image. That one's no good. I need this. Okay, let's do properties, checksums, calculate. Okay, that one's still different though, ends in D0. So that is 3 completely different results for reading the same image. So, yeah. See, the extra data error is that is not a factory image disk that it is reading. See, all green blocks is a factory image disk that's not altered or a freshly formatted disk. Okay. So let's try reading a factory disk then. See what I've got. This is a disk that I don't actually think works. But it should be a factory disk. This is a demonstration disk that came with a PC clone. And I'm just curious what it would look like. So I'm not necessarily saying this is going to be a great rip, but I'm just curious. PC-demo. Start. Green. Intriguing. But then it goes real weird. It's single-sided. Huh. That's the first single-sided PC disk I've ever seen. That's really cool to visualize that, though. That's got to be a really early disk. Ah, like Pi 305. I see that byte break. We will do that. I'm not going to have to look too hard. There is an issue where it is on the front cover. So we'll probably go with that one. That will make it very easy. Let's see. I'm going to run wine. Let's have both of these programs open at once here. PC demo, track 0. Track analyzer. I was expecting this to have alternating bad tracks. And I'm guessing I know why it's never worked for me, because I probably tried to read it as like a 360K disc. Yeah, that is super weird to see. So those are the two sides. Huh. That is wild. That is really interesting. So how would I use that? It's like, do I need to make a 160K disk image? Because I'm not really sure. I've never really thought about how to handle this kind of disk. Huh. Now, there's a Star Trek edition of Byte, as in, you mean an issue that focuses heavily on Star Trek? I think that's pretty much every single one of them, at least the early ones. That is really cool. I like that, having seen that. All right, let's I'm not even gonna search. I'm just gonna go get the Data General 1 issue. See, there is a side mode in the format options. Ah, okay. That's good to know. See, Volume 2, Issue 12. Yeah, there's a lot of them that have a whole bunch of Star Trek nonsense. Like, all the time. So, yeah, I will be right back so we can do the bite break. It is going to take me a little moment to figure out which issue it was. See. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking it's not on the cover, actually. At least I don't remember. There's a giant color ad that I think may be as close as a cover. All right, I'm going to search. Let's see. Do I have two? No, I don't have two things open. Home, documents, byte. I have to do it this way. Search. Data General 1. Okay. 8512. Is it really that old? I don't think so. That doesn't seem right. Volume 9, number 12. That'll work. Okay. I was really close when I was trying to pick them up. Really, really close. Five-minute timer.
Sure, 5 minutes. Starting now.
Okay, so that's it. This is a laptop made by Data General. And if I remember, it's a rebranded Zenith, is what it actually is. But it is still pretty cool. This is one of the issues that's really badly water damaged that I have. But yeah, so this is not a review here. This is actually like a big page spread advertisement for it, so we can see a little better. That is interesting seeing their extremely enhanced image of the LCD there, because I struggle a lot with filming LCDs and CRTs. So seeing how much they've massaged that image to look good is kind of funny to me. I will say, is it inverted like that? Is it dark on light? Because that's a little unexpected. Huh. But yeah, that's nice. Let's see, what else we got? So these are the same picture. One page after another. Dual floppy drives. That's pretty awesome for a laptop. And let's see, connects with Data General CEO Office automation system. That's, I don't know about that. That's, something there. I think there's also an actual article on here, on it. Let's see what page that's on. Features, Data General 1 is on page 102. So they splurged for the big ad, and they have an article written about it. Bingo, got some more shots of it. See, I'm curious what kind of floppy disk it is. It looks pretty standard. See, 10-pound battery-powered portable that's fully compatible with the IBM PC. I mean, this is 1984. It wasn't... Well, okay, that's a little impressive, actually. 84 for something that's fully laptop form factor, that's a little impressive. I mean, it's got the big lump in the back. That took them a while to get rid of that, but yeah. I might be misremembering the LCD being unusual. I don't know. Development of the Data Gen 1. Am I wrong that it's just a rebadge Zenith? Because I really thought it was. But that makes it seem like maybe it's not. Maybe they partnered with Zenith. I don't know. Really? They got... Are they showcasing parts from the laptop and it's like, bam, there's a bodge wire right there? Is that really what's going on? I mean, look at that thing. That's just hilarious. Man. See, what else we got? Oh, that's it. Okay. Wow, 6 pages. The cover article is only 6 pages? Huh. See, yeah, maybe they're showcasing... Oh, if they're showcasing the development. Okay, that would make sense. See, they supposedly have plans for it here. Data General spokesperson said that a system expansion box will be available 60 to 90 days after the production announcement on September 20th. Although he could not provide specifications for the unit, he said that it would definitely include the ability to drive a color or a monochrome monitor. With this feature and perhaps a 5.25-inch disk drive, we can see possibly buying a Data General 1 instead of an IBM PC. I didn't even think about that. 1984 3.5-inch disk drives? Yes, that's kind of what I was trying to look at initially, is are these even the automatic shutter drives? Because not every floppy disk actually had a returning shutter like that. Some of them would hold open, like pretend that this one is meant to be like that. You would manually hold the shutter open like that, put the drive disk in, and then when you pull it out, you would be expected to close it again. This one's just missing the spring, that's all. But I don't know, this might not actually be auto shutter floppy disks, because that is pretty darn early. Huh. See, the system is the $2,895 Data General 1 portable. So there's your cost. Just under $3,000. Well under? What? Hold on here. Imagine winner's surprise in June when he received a pre-production unit, included all of the above features, and the system will be available for well under $3,000. That's not well under $3,000. That's $100. Good grief, $100 under $3,000. That's not a lot. So, yeah. I don't know, that's interesting that VWest Life has some of those. I probably will at some point, just because I'm so into the HP stuff, and they were one of the big companies who utilize those kinds of things at that time. So I wouldn't be surprised if I get one eventually, just with HP things. But yeah, interesting. Okay, what was I going to do next? Helen Croft was telling me about using the side option to just have the 160K disc image be made. I will try that later. I still want to try damaging a disc, though. I want to see magnetically what that looks like in the flux imaging. So, I really wish, though, I don't have a... It's bad that I haven't been able to make a reliable disc yet. That's the problem. So I don't like that. That doesn't make sense to me. Why hasn't the disc image worked? Because it should. Let's see. By the way, Kryflux recommends to image 40-track discs with an 80-track drive. Really? I can swap drives and we can try that, I guess. That's super weird. I gotta look at that. That is really... That bugs me. I don't like that. Because I won't want to write them with that. So I'm going to have both image with one and write with the other. Yeah. More resolution. Well, I don't think it... Well, I mean, it could read each one twice, but... Well, I don't know. I'll swap drives. All right, so... Off. Wait for it to actually shut off. Okay, it did. Unplug. Oh, man, that cable sucks. Close. Okay. Pop the drive out. So I'll image it with the 80-track drive, wherever I put that. Where'd that go? Oh, it's right there. I will image it with this drive, and we'll see if that one checks out as being good. So, power the flux. Boom. Good. Power the drive. Oh, that time it worked. I don't know why it doesn't like my jumper. All right, restart. Ah, this password stuff. Don't forget to set the image type to 40 and calibrate. I will. That would explain why I had part of the USB port stuck in it earlier. Yeah. Okay, let me bring this back, and there's like 0 chance it's going to actually work, but oh well, we'll try it. The laptop capture. Boom, boom. See what happens. I'll just keep this pointed here for now. Is that actually live? Is that updating? Oh, it is, I think. Yep, there we go. Okay, it's behind, but whatever. Calibrate. Yes. Okay, it's going. All right, maximum track for drive is 83. Putting the FreeDOS disk in. Enter name, FD-13-80 to let me know it's an 80 track drive. I will check settings. That is 40 tracks, and MFM is also 40 tracks. Okay, so it should be set. It's set to 40 tracks. All right, let's go. You know what I just realized? I think I had 40 tracks set when I imaged the single-sided disc, so that only got 20 of the tracks. That's bad, because what that's actually changing is double stepping, not how many tracks there are. I think that it is kind of hiding that fact. So, yeah. Hello, Valiant Steed. Late to the party and DJ's already juggling floppy disk? Yeah. So you said it earlier. I'm curious what H stands for. Kryflux, empty, sector, red, damage it, green, factory, orange, used, modified. Okay. How does it determine that? It's like, what's the difference between a factory formatted disk and an enthusiast formatted disk? It's also interesting, I'm noticing this drive, it's mentioning it's running at 360 RPM. The other one should have been running at 300 RPM. Yeah. Error extra data was found? Was I not paying attention? Error extra data was found. Okay, that's weird. 4 unknown. Well, I think that was at the end there, so it might be fine. All right, I want to bring up this, and I want to put... yes, here, DTC. We're going to drop the files from this one in there. Look at the viewer. This image doesn't fit on a 48 TPI disk. Okay, let's go 96 then. Strange. How big is the image file it made? 51380 is 360K. Okay. Properties. Checksums. Calculate. Ends in 48. That's another new one. But let's go ahead and do this. Let's run. Where is it? PC, EM, local. Actually, it's over. It's not that one. It's not that one. I don't think it's that one. I got too many things going on. Where is it? That is it. Wait, it's still open somewhere. X, there. Okay, run. I'm going to switch to that disk image. Change drive A, fd80.img. Let's see if that one works. So, factory images are written in one go, just like a fresh format. And user data is modified, changed at individual sectors, so the sectors start to look different. Oh, okay. Interesting. We'll scrap the last 2 tracks per side. Yeah, Dratini 0, that's what I'm thinking. Probably just pull those raw tracks out that it overread, and it'll probably be fine. Matter of fact, I will do that while this is going on. Where am I at? See, I will put these back into, I think it was this one. Yeah. We'll go to FD1380, and I will pull out everything past, wait, we're 79. Shouldn't there be a track 79? Oh no, it skips. That's right, because it's double stepping. Okay. Boom. Close. FD80. Okay, it's trying to boot. See if it succeeds. Track 0. Ah, it succeeded. That was a good rip. That one worked. Well, I mean, it was a better rip. I don't know that it's actually totally good. Did that still have the other ones? 48. Yeah, okay. Let me just close it entirely. Close. Okay, because I think, oh no, it didn't move them. Sorry, that was my fault. Meant to put them there. Cancel. What is going on here? FD80. Hold on. Cut. Paste. Why are they trying to overwrite the 40s? They're renamed completely different. Right click. Why can I, oh my gosh, I'm an idiot, because they're, I have the wrong permission because I'm running as root. Man. I'm really tempted to reboot here so I can get the floppy group. That would solve a lot of things. Let's do this. Can that. chmod. FD star, whatever. 777-R. There we go. All of it's good now. Let's relaunch that. Another one of these is somewhere. It's got this 80. Pull these out. Boom. Boom. Take this. Wonder, can I just drop the folder? Oh, I can. Well, that's easy too. Track analyzer, track view, 48 TPI. This image doesn't fit on an 48 TPI disk. Seriously? There's still extras? That doesn't seem right. $96 TPI. Ooh, it did something funky. It did not like me opening the folder, I guess. Let's do it this way. Strange. If you want, I can send you my image profiles as a bunch of pre-made formats. I would like that, Helen Croft. That would be appreciative. Or I would appreciate that. Okay, track analyzer. That looks a lot more promising. 48 TPI. This image doesn't fit in 48 TPI. Why? Why does it not? Weird. I feel like it's just not working right. Let's see, what are we breaking today? We are using, if I don't want to hide it. Let's do it this way. We're using what's it called? The flux thing. Seriously? Kryflux, that's it. To magnetically flux image floppy disks, and this is the end result we get. So this is not like ones and zeros. This is raw magnetic data. I can actually go to stream view here, and we can see the individual analog waveforms. That's the black things in this, I believe, that are the data recovered from the tracks. So this is a way of getting disk images at an extremely low level method. And this is a disk image that I just made and released a video about that is FreeDOS 1.3, and it actually worked. So yeah, maybe it doesn't like the double steppiness. That's what I'm wondering. It may not. But okay, this disk image just worked, all right? So that's a thing. I'm also gonna go ahead and put this all back in there, and I want to magnetically damage this disk now. I'm ready to do that because we successfully imaged it, so we know it works. So I'm willing to do this now. Let's damage it in a way that may not even be something you'd think about, and it's something that I'm constantly worrying about when dealing with floppy disks all the time. Something seemingly innocent. I probably just ruined that disk. And it would get even worse if I closed the laptop, but I will just go ahead and like put it up there as well, like that. And then I'm gonna do it on the other side and do it over here. Because the way that laptops work is the closing sensor for the display is usually magnetic. So there's a magnet either in the top of the display or in the bottom, and then a sensor that should read it. So all I had to do was just get that near the laptop, and I bet it magnetically damaged the disk. So let's see. Speaker and Hall effect sensor magnet? Yeah. Well, the speakers, I don't actually know where the speakers are. I think they're down here somewhere, but they're gonna have done something, most likely. So let's do FD13-bad and see what this looks like. Start. It's gonna say EMF from the screen would not be enough. No. It's just the, I'm only looking for the lid sensor, but it might have actually gotten more there. So yeah. I'm curious if it'll complain from here or if it'll just look bad. That may not have been enough. I might have to take a magnetized screwdriver and like draw a line over it. And if it gets really bad, I got some strong magnets over there. But I feel like we're probably gonna see something. I guess I can switch back. Boop. And fail. It's really good at that. I'm gonna give it a second here, try and catch it up. And it looks like a no. So let's do this. Looks like there is something damaged, but not beyond the threshold. Possibly? I wasn't looking at the scatter plot. Maybe. I'm hoping to see some obvious things laid out 2D when we import it into the HXC visualizer. That's what I'm looking for. Interesting, Biff Fuzz. I've never tried to do this. I've only tried to be like extremely protective of my discs. So I don't know how much damage it will take to actually anger them, but I'm curious. Okay, floppy disk sounds are still great. Okay, open bad in HXC. Boom. And switch it to track view. And that all looks pretty good still, actually. Okay, we'll have to get more aggressive. That does make me a little happy. The magnet should be kind of weak in this. I am curious, though, to try finding where the magnets are. I know in my Mac, they're along the sides, so they're pretty easy to stick things to. Also, the MagSafe port, obviously pretty magnety. This should be steel. I'm not feeling it, though. Huh. Wonder where it is. Could be along here, too. Might be something there. Oh, well. You can't see what I'm doing. Let's see. Tech Tangents, do you visit Vogons very often? I don't really do much forum stuff at all. It's just, I never can remember to, mostly. So, yeah, not really. Let's see. You still need to move the field a lot when you have a small magnet. Yeah. Let's see. Helmcroft sent you DM to the image profile. Awesome. Thank you. I will probably grab that after stream because I'm not signed in on this laptop to anything at the moment. So, all right. Let's make this worse. Degaussing coil. Oh, if I had something like that, for sure. I don't have access to that at the moment. That is not a magnetized screwdriver. This one is, so, is that leg? Not, huh, okay. Maybe that's not a steel leg. How about that? Battery, okay. So, this screwdriver is magnetized enough to lift a large coin cell battery. So, let's see, you forgot to link to the website you created. Ah, yep, there you go, people got it. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to drag it along one side and see what happens. All right. That's all I'm going to do. This is also an experiment in resilience for floppy disks. To me, I'm enjoying this just to see what happens. But okay, let's bring this back. And see what we get. Bad screwdriver. Start. Leave the stream data up in case we see something pretty obvious there. I feel like there's something, but I'm not sure. After this, no matter what, we'll go crazy and really give it a hard time. Actually, you know what I would like to do? I'll be right back. In this box are a bunch of discs I couldn't get to format in a PC. I would like to look at what one of those looks like. It's in here. See if any of them have something really obviously bad. So you should see red boxes if it did something. All right. So maybe not enough. I'm going to be really surprised here at the resilience. Hiram, that's totally fine. Go right ahead with posting the link to Caps Wiki on Vogons. All right. Pop this in here. Looks like I didn't get it for some reason. There we go. And viewer. Yeah, I can't tell at all. Wow, that's impressive. All right, we're We're gonna nuke it on this next one. There's no hope. All right. That's a big magnet. It is a not playing around magnet. So here we go. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna drag it along. Oh, stuck to the camera. Drag it along one side only because I want to see something visual. It would be interesting to see one of the slightly bad, the intentionally bad programs. I don't know that I have one of those. So, all right, there we go. I might even be going too slow. I don't know. You know what? I'm still gonna keep it in the one line, but I'm gonna really, really mess it up here. Okay, if that doesn't do it, then floppy disk is the best storage medium of all time. Put it flat. You want the magnet flat? All right. Done. All right. Big mag. Start. It should have a lot to complain about now. Oh yeah, there we go. Mission accomplished. The intersectors should probably be fine. I'm curious, I don't know how much of the data should be toast. Like 1/2 of the disk should still be good, I think. I don't know how close it has to get. I wonder how many times it's going to try and reread these. How long is it going to take? Check out the stream data. Oh, that's cool to see. That is super cool to see. Just toast. I like this. This is fun. I mean, I don't want to do this to like a bunch of floppies, but this is really nice to be able to see and understand. Now I know that stream data is showing sectors. I didn't know that before. I might be able to change the settings for the retries. Let's see. Advanced retries. Yep, there we go. So I could have it not retry. You know, maybe I should because it's going to take forever. Retries 1. I know what I did. There we go. Start. That's much better. Go back to the scatter plot. It'll be interesting if it's weaker on one side or not. I doubt it will be. I think that's it's going to be done murdered on both sides. Although it looks like maybe side 1 is narrower. So possibly it did actually make a difference. One orange, yeah, I don't know how it got those. It found some data in there, and yeah. Oh, now it should be going at about normal speed, MacMan, since I set it to never retry. I will have to remember to set that back after this run. And then I want to check out some of the discs here that are bad. Now, there should start to be some intact tracks towards the center, I would think, because I only did it kind of on the outside. So, I killed it good, yeah. That was what I was going for. None of these discs should have data, I think. I mean, at most, I think there's one that's Coco formatted instead of, like, PC formatted. Yeah, that one's labeled Coco. I don't know what else. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I need to worry about. I did make one that was pet formatted, but I think I have that one somewhere else. It's not included in this set. So these have just been my kind of go-to discs for like testing stuff randomly. It looked like it actually, the face tracking failed there and then zoomed out like it was supposed to. That was nice. I wish that happened more frequently. I think it's actually starting to, nope. I was going to say it's finding some good data in the middle. Man, even with no retries, it is making that drive work for this. This makes me really curious, though, about... I know what we're trying next. This is a copy of Stunt Driver that I bought that does not work, and I want to know why. That's what we're doing. That's the one to rip right there. This is known bad, and I would really like to know why. But this is going to be the more interesting thing, is to see what all horrors I just wrought onto this disc here. Just look at the size of the read-write heads on them. Let's see. By the way, it only knows that data is good because you selected the MFM format. The preservation format doesn't do any... okay. Let's see, 8-inch floppies are hardy as heck. Okay, that's good to know. Oh man, even HXC is having a difficult time importing these. Oh, you ready to see this massacre? Let's go. Where's the green? Is there no green left? How? Why is there no green at all? I would think there would be some green. But that is exactly what I wanted to see, is just absolute destruction. Oh, that's nice. That is really nice. I mean, it's bad, but it's nice to characterize it. Oh, that's cool. can't zoom in here, can you? That would have been nice. Oh, whoa, I did a thing. That's track view. Okay. So this is also wrong, but yeah. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. I'm satisfied. Feel like you could write on it with that? You should draw an image. I don't know which side the magnet is on now, and since that's like destroyed data, I can't do that. I could do it on the other one, but it's a little difficult to make it that precise, I would say. Since I couldn't do it with the screwdriver. If I could do it with the screwdriver, then I would try and write on it, but this is really huge, so I don't think I can. Like, I only went down about the middle of the disc here. I only went like towards the edge, and it wiped that whole section. It didn't stay in like one small area. So I would need a smaller, larger magnet. Yeah. See, a smaller, more powerful magnet. That's what I mean. So, okay. Let's image stunt driver. I really want to see that. I really, really want to know what's wrong with that. I'm going to make sure I have this set up correctly. Settings, default, image profiles, preservation, 40 tracks, MFM, 40 tracks. Okay. Stunt driver. I got one dead floppy here. Where's the sleeve? Also, I noticed this the other day. It's kind of hilarious. It's floppy disk and disque supple. So it's a supple floppy, a supple disk. I had no idea that it was called that in French. I think that is just hilarious. All right, let's see what this looks like. I'm pretty sure it's bad on disc 1, but if it isn't, we're going to run through multiple of these. Let's see what we get here. Start. That seems pretty distressed. But now we'll be able to see if we can get a pattern that we can recognize as what caused the distress. See, it looks like in order to read the sector, you need to be able to read the whole track. I'm wondering, yeah, it's got to be something like that. So I got one side of the disc. Okay. Interesting. So I'm definitely still a stream view or scatter plot novice interpreter here. But I'm starting to wonder if maybe the top side's just been mechanically damaged. Like magnetic material's been rubbed off. Mikos, you gotta head off? All right. See you later, and thank you for stopping by, and thank you again for the sub. I'm gonna look at disc 2 on here, see if there's anything visibly wrong on it. One of my super discs, I think it was actually, I was able to see that the head on a disk drive that it went into at one point, I don't know if it was mine or a different one, had physically worn the magnetic surface, and it was very bad. This looks fine though. That disc looks really good. Actually, it looks better than the disc I was using for the FreeDOS stuff. Let's see, how about this one? That would be the play disc most likely. So these may have only been read. I mean, I would be surprised if it's only been read once ever. The person bought it, they installed it, and then they were done. So. Super disc like those Imation? Yeah, a 120 meg super disc. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It may have been a 3.5 inch floppy, but I'm pretty sure it was a super disc. An orb drive. I do not know what that is. Is that an iron sphere that has magnetic data encoded on it? Ooh, that's a little suspicious right there. See if I can catch that on camera. Let's see. There is on this one a line that seems like one track is messed up. Yeah, it's real hard to get on camera. Really hard to get on camera. Oh, you know what? I have another camera that would probably do a lot better at this. But it doesn't want to turn on. The super disc are same. Yeah, I know that they're the same size. That's part of why I can't remember. It was definitely 3.5 inch disc. I don't remember if it was super or 144. I really feel like it was super though, because I was extremely disappointed. There we go. You can see that now. Sort of. Let me make it a little brighter here. That's max there. Bump up the ISO. There you go. Might be able to just barely make that out. I don't know if that line's going to be an issue, but it's something. But that's not the disc I'm worried about. I am worried about that one, which stupid laptop capture is making difficult to see again. Come on. There we go. I like how somebody wrote disc 2, 3, and 4 on these blank white sleeves at some point, as if it mattered. I have no idea why you would bother doing that. It's like it's reading it perfect now. Oh, interesting. So it's damaged on the outside. I don't know what form of copy protection this may use. Let's see, is there like a code wheel or something in here? A little anti-photocopy code book. See, config editor. That looks good. Look at that, awesome. Oh yeah, that's wrong camera. Nice 3-button mouse graphic. Let's see, an addendum to the manual. That's impressive. An addendum to the manual. Like, they didn't just say, whatever, it's a kid's game. So I'm gonna guess that the actual manual here has like a bunch of fluffy information, and that you'll have to look up stuff in this for copy protection. So, how's the camera tracking your movement? There is a wider camera shot that it is cropping down to match to do this with. So that's how. And so it's digital, not physical. But Mac Man, I could see that. I just don't know. It does have some stuff written on it that's was written in pencil and then erased, so I can't really see quite what it says. If I tried hard, I might be able to, but I don't think it's that important. But all right, there we go. We can now see visibly what this bad data looks like. I'm really excited about this. Like, really excited. Can't drag the folder. I don't understand why it can't open a folder. It's a little weird. It's smart enough to know to look for subsequent files, but it's not smart enough to know to look in a folder. It's kind of strange. All right, let's see what the damage looks like. Oh, okay. So it seems to be radial. And it seems to be, oh, you know what? That seems like water damage. That seems like fluid intrusion to me. Like, move that over slightly more so you guys can see it a little better. I'm guessing if I spin this around, I might be able to see a visibly bad portion of the disc. I'm going to look for that. No, not on that side at least. Huh. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything visibly on there. I wonder... Yeah, why did that happen? That's weird. It's very clearly just on one side. And it seems like it might even be concentrated in the middle of that track at the bottom of the first side. Let's see. I would sometimes see 5 1/4 inch disc damage from people. Yeah. Cleaned, as in they tried to clean the disc. I do know people do that. I don't know if that may have been what happened to this one. But that's... Huh. But yeah, at least now I know how it is damaged. I think I want to do disc 4 and see if that one track has visible damage on it like this. And then I think we might wrap this up because we're kind of at the point now where we've explored all this. From here, I need to find a Burge adapter so I can try and do 3.5 inch discs because I don't know where those are, and it takes me a long time to find something like that because I don't have it well organized out yet. But yeah, let's see. It's funny how there's some green here and not in the one you damage. See, I wonder what a disc would look like if you set off an EMP generator in close proximity to it. Yeah, it's the electric part of that wouldn't be a problem. The magnetic part obviously would. I was actually thinking about that the other day, that floppy disks could be resilient to some things that like other storage mediums aren't, which could be interesting. But that would be more of a job for tape, not floppy disks. Tape tends to hold up better, I think. Yeah. I'm thinking it's going to read fine through that line there. You need to de-sleeve a 5 1/4 inch to clean them? Well, if you want to like fully clean it, yeah, I guess. But you can also clean the visible area through the window. Oh, that's super weird. There are some green tracks. I wonder if these have been overwritten. That would be frustrating. Well, I found all the files. And those look like they're probably files for the game. So I don't think it's been overwritten. See how it looks. Weird that only some of them are like totally good though. Yeah, that seems fine. Strange. Green is formatted empty tracks. Oh, okay. So they just didn't need all the data on the last disk. That makes sense. See, JJTV, yet another weekend and yet another gadget Tech Tangents has me wanting to get. Yeah, this is a really cool one. This is a not super cheap one, and it's not usable for everybody because you don't end up with like raw files or something, and it's a little difficult to use. But it's definitely seems to be working. Ooh, you know what? Let's try one more thing actually before we end this. I want to try reading an HP Series 80 disc. I have no idea what the format is, though. So that's, yeah. Is this the one that LGR made a vid about some years ago? Yes, it is, actually. He does have one of these. But I'm going to grab an HP Series 80 disc here real quick. Actually, I'm going to grab my box of HP Series 80 discs. This is where this thing is going to be the most beneficial, actually, is really weird discs that stuff can't normally use. So, like, we have a CPM disc for the Series 80. System demo, that's definitely one that needs to be backed up. Electronic scripting prompt demo diskette? I don't know. 87, 86 file utilities. This is probably for transferring, yeah, to and from CPM to HP86. So, yeah, there's some stuff on here I would really like to back up and really like to be able to recreate when needed. So I don't know, not quite sure what I want to start with here, because this is all stuff that I got with the HP86 that I bought, and I don't know if these discs are good, because there's so much to go through. And just using the system is slightly difficult, and it's one of those things where I don't know if I want to like wear out the discs in the computer and then have them not work later. So I don't know. Microsoft Basic? That can't be for the HP86. That would be super weird. As weird as it sounds, the system demo disc is probably the ideal one to try and rip. So, because that one is the most likely one to be backed up, I would think. So let's see. What format are HP Series 80 discs? I don't know. It says single-sided, so that's a thing. It's probably just, it's probably 40-track single-sided. So let's go ahead and just rip it with the same settings we're currently using and see what we get. The stream data can be reprocessed to create new disk images, right, Helen Croft? I mean, it's kind of like the whole point of it, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to see if it's just MFM and then rip it as stream and sector MFM. HP86 demo. Select stream data instead of, yeah. So you can manipulate the flux in post. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. So, all right. I just want to see if this works, because I have no idea. It may throw its hands up at me and say, "You crazy?" Yellow. Mismatch. So I'm guessing it's not MFM. So maybe GCR encoded or something. I'm just going to let it run, and then we'll take a look at the flux data in HXC. Also, I'll just look this up. HP Series 80 disk format. HP Museum may have some information. There's some weird stuff going on in that stream data. Definitely doesn't seem to be MFM. Did HP Museum update their website? This is weird. I have not seen this before. Huh. Alright, let's take a look at this. So like blank stuff there. Also, it was supposed to be one-sided. Yeah. So next run, select the stream files drive. The stream files... Well, I did do stream files and the Java GUI, so we can look at HP86 demo here and we can open this. Is that... Pretty sure this is what you were talking about, right? Boom. And then we can see... Okay. So that's a bunch of sectors. That's like a whole lot of sectors. So, see, it doesn't matter if the floppy reader is flipped vertically. I don't think it should. The heads are touching the disks no matter what. And there's plenty of computers that were shipped with vertical floppy drives as well. So, let's see. There definitely is a visible format that was recorded. I just don't know what it's going to be. There were a lot of empty tracks at the end. See, the Kryflux GUI can also reprocess files. Yeah, that's. I had a feeling. That is good to know. So you're saying, so next run, select the stream files drive. Drive, stream files. Okay. What is that? Oh, that's for writing. That's for writing a disk or for just reading them in and then, okay, I got it. So you read the files in. I don't know how you select the files. Maybe it asks you. And then you could, like, write it. See, settings. No, read the raw data and output to a different decoding. Oh, okay. So I don't know what the decoding should be. I think, through my limited experience with this kind of thing, that this looks like an MFM encoded drive, but with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 sectors worth. So maybe do MFM sector count exactly 17? That doesn't seem right. Then I have no idea how to set the sector size. Yeah, I'm just totally off the beaten path here. It's the logical interchange format. Okay. Oh my gosh, Backman, that is insane. Cable's not allowing data signals to transfer up. Wow. Camera, yo. I'll just move this out of my face. That'll probably help it. Yeah, I think that helped a lot. So it was 512. I'm going to set it to 256. Because it seems to be about double. So I'm going to try that. Default. And then I'm going to try that. 256. Start. Okay, perfect. Ah, haha. Okay, I think I'm onto something. So we have a bad sector there. Okay. But it liked that. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Wow. So we have possibly 2 bad sectors. But I don't see anything on here that looks, whoops, weird. I mean, yeah, everything there, here, possibly, there's, oh man, there's like no hope you're going to see that in 1080p. Along this leading edge, there's some red. Well, there's leading edge red everywhere. So I don't know. The whole thing's cool, not gonna lie. Yeah, this is really interesting. I think there is an HP Series 80 emulator, but I have no idea how to get it and run it. And if I need like a ROM or something, so I'm not even gonna try and load that. But that makes me think I could possibly create disk images for it, because that seems like it actually did something. Now I have a 320 byte or 320K disk image, so it liked it enough that it encoded an actual disk image for it. Huh. Is this a game disk? No, this is a system demo disk. I went ahead and did that one because it's probably the most likely one that's already been backed up in case I manage to screw it up somehow. It's a little, yeah. Save the image type you have now to a HP profile. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Let's see, file, settings, copy. Let's see, HP Series 80. Is there no, why didn't it capitalize it? There we go. Yeah, I see me liking this setup as I work on this. I think I'm going to end up liking this thing. See, there's a tool to write 80 series disks from DOS. Interesting. Since it's double the sector size, maybe it's done by writing 2 sectors as 1? I'm not sure. It transfers the files from DOS directly to the Series 80 floppy with the file type intact. Interesting. I wonder if maybe the Series 80 supports 512 sector disks in addition to 256 sector disks. I don't know. It's weird. I had a feeling it would be strange, but I didn't know how strange. All right, I'm feeling adventurous. I know I said I was going to stop. I want to do one more disc. I want to do an Apple II disc. Just because I know that that one's weird. I think that's GCR. And I think that could be interesting to see. All right, so we're going to rip the Apple II introduction disc. And I got a bunch of Apple II stuff here. I have a lot more original Apple II software than I realized. But we're going to rip the Apple II introduction disc. I don't know how to configure this for that. So I'm just going to kind of rip it again and see what happens. Got some 1.25 megabyte, 3.5 inch floppies yesterday. That's interesting. I don't think I've heard of that format. All right. Oh, that's... There's a label on both sides. They're 2 different things. One is an introduction. The other is the inside story. Do Apple II discs not use the index hole? That's probably the whole weird thing. Aren't Apple II discs ProDOS? I mean, you can... I have a like DIY ProDOS disc as well. But they're written differently. The way that the discs are imaged Yeah, flippy disk, is that what it is? Yeah. So could you give it a mystery disk and figure out what it is from an image? Maybe. That was kind of how I was doing the HP Series 80 disk, is I was trying to determine the format, the structure from the sector imaging. Apple II intro. Okay. Drive 0. Okay, file settings. Is it FM? Is that what it would be considered? Oh, there's just Apple. Apple DOS 3.2. Okay, I'm going to guess that's probably what I want. So, okay, I'm going to do cancel, do multiple, uncheck, actually this, and I'm going to do that and just see what I get. Start. Next stream mod a 5 1/4 inch drive to read flippy disks in one go. Result unknown. Okay, I don't think it likes it. Apple II is GCR. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I really don't know. Yeah, I heard something about modifying a drive. I don't know what all I want to do yet with that. So far, I'm a little confused about the drives on this. I mean, that's really weird. I wasn't able to get a good read with the actual 360K drive on the 360K disc. I don't like that because I want to be able to read it. So apparently LIF was used on tape before being used on disc, so it is a little different. Yeah, that makes sense because HP was all about the tapes for that stuff. See, Flippy Mod tutorial 1 of 3. Okay, that's way more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Thought there was going to be a little Dremel here, a little solder here, and bam, Bob's your uncle, you're done. 3-part YouTube video, wow. Maybe Onyx Isle. Need twice the sample rate? It possibly. All right, that very clearly it was unhappy with. So let's see what this looks like. No, can't drag the folder in. It would be too smart. See what this looks like in here. It's before you could have longer than 10-minute videos. Ah, okay, that makes some sense then. All right. Oh, whoa. Okay. It's just... I don't think the disc is bad, but I don't know. Definitely out of my element now. Yeah. So, is this possible to read Apple II discs in this? I thought that this would be kind of like the whole point of this type of thing, is that as long as you're spinning ahead over the surface, you can capture any kind of disc at all. Now I'm not so sure. Check the different format options in the visualizer. We got Apple. Boom. Ah, haha. Okay. Well, that looks like a disc. Okay. It is really interesting. I'm assuming... hold on, let me just move this over. So... Oh, it resized it. I didn't want it to be resized. Move. There we go. Actually, I can make this even bigger if I make it a little wider. There we go. So I'm assuming here that this is sector 1 at or sector 0, however it does it. And then as the speed drifts slightly, the difference the alignment between the sectors becomes worse as it goes around the disk. And then at the last sector there, it's kind of really far off and kind of fuzzy. That is interesting to see the propagation errors add up like that, because you can see how there's like this one sector in the middle that's really offset, and you can see how that one was offset kind of the worst from the beginning. It looks like way back at the start. This is weird. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know how to interpret this as far as making a disk image. This software knows that it's an Apple II disk. It's nailed it as 560 sectors of Apple II 6A2. I don't know how to then restream the Flux data in here and have it do it. So clearly Apple III 2 is wrong. But maybe Apple III Plus. Let's just try that. Drive, stream files, 3.3. Go with Apple 3.3, start, go up, pick Apple II intro, open. Oh, I like that. So that was clearly it. Your drive can go 3 tracks deeper than any format uses. That's probably a really good thing. I bet that makes this a fairly ideal drive, is that I can do weird stuff then. But that looks promising. I bet it made a file that could be loaded. Apple II intro 3.3, 140K. Okay. That's cool. I bet an Apple II emulator is a lot easier to get going. I wouldn't be surprised if there's one online. Let's see. Online Apple II emulator. Can I upload a disk image? Disk. Yep, there we go. Boop doo. Projects. Kryflux. Linux. DTC. Apple II intro 3.3. Open. Unknown file type.img. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing. Now let's image all the disks. Yeah, yeah. Even in just Apple II, I have quite the task ahead of me here. And I don't even care about Apple II. So, oh man, they are slippery. Yeah, so definitely got a lot to do. Ooh. Diskware. Yeah, I'm really happy that I have. There's a disc here labeled strip poker. Cool. I'm really happy that this worked out. Like, super duper happy. This is really cool. Now the bits are on the floor. Yeah. Oops, they all fell out. I think I should probably work on wrapping this up. This was definitely highly productive and extremely successful. I'm really happy with the experimentation here. This thing, I don't want to say that it was way cooler and more interesting to use than I thought it would be, because I mean it's a Kryflux. Kind of knew what I was getting into here, but man, that is really, really handy. I haven't tried writing a disk back yet. I do want to do that. I assume I can write the Flux streams. That feels like something that would make sense to do, but I also feel like it might be better to start with images that actually work, because then it can rewrite the data, and hopefully that would make it like a stronger write rather than trying to rewrite the Flux stuff, because I can see that being weaker with errors of it being read and then written back as analog data, not precisely getting it. So, yeah. That is really, really cool. I look forward to using that thing more. I don't know where I want to leave it. Do I want to leave it here or at home? Because at home, I tend to do most of my disk archiving at home now because I'll do something like that in the morning when I'm, waiting on something else to happen or something like that. And it just kind of works out. And usually when I get like new software or something, it goes to my house first because I buy it online, and it would make sense to have this there to do that. But then on the other hand, I'm staring at like a giant wall that has definitely somewhere between 500 and 1,000 games and different programs here. So yeah. So you normally only do flux write on copy protected disks and the like. Yeah, that makes sense. I would understand why you would only do that for the reasons I was saying. It would be better to write with the strong 1s and 0 data. So the GUI can't write. Yeah, I do remember that. The command line can, and you need the raw images for that. It won't work from basic data files. Oh, it can't write. Okay, that's good to know. So definitely, that's a thing then. That means that you can't delete the raw files. I wasn't sure how I wanted to handle that. Actually, I'm curious here. How big are one of the raw reads? Let's see. 17 megabytes for a raw disk image. $1,770 divided by 360.
1,770 divided by 360 is approximately 4.92.
It is 5 times higher information, or 5 times more data than the actual floppy contains. That is hilarious. I'm a little surprised though that it's only oversampling that much, actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah, let's see how much it compresses. It compressed 17.7 down to 8.7 megabytes. Yeah, 17 megabytes, that is a whole hard drive. And hello, Eris Kaler, since it's your first time chatting. Yeah, 5. Yeah, can you convert data to raw images? That's a good question. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely a lot more to experiment with here. Haven't even touched 3.5 inch stuff. So yeah, there's a lot more to go, but very promising. This might be worth picking up in another stream to experiment with writing, and then maybe 3.5 inch discs when I find the stuff for that to make it work. So yeah, 50K. Oh, that's right. It was 17,700. Okay, 50K makes a lot more sense. Yeah, math, tired, late. Yep. Make it really. Yeah, give it SuperDrive. Mad and give it SuperDrive stuff. Unfortunately, I don't think you can magnetic flux read SuperDisks because SuperDisks are optically sectored on the other side, so they have a custom drive and it has a laser on one side, and then it has the magnetic head on the other. It uses the laser to seek, and then it uses the magnetic head to read. So if you're missing the laser side, it would be a little hard. And yeah, it's definitely a lot more 1s and 0s. So yeah, you can write some data files, and the HXC can convert some. Okay, that's cool. Oh, the HXC one, that makes a lot more sense because that's kind of their bread and butter. But yeah, interesting. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and run the outro here because we are at the end. This was a lot of fun. I'm really, really happy with this progress. That is cool to just be able to like even see the magnetic image data like that, let alone be able to make it myself from any of these disks and use it. Like being able to see the magnetic data like that made it really easy to just instantly identify how the HP Series 80 disk was formatted and create an actual data disk. Now I gotta find an emulator to throw it in and figure out how that works, but that's another problem. I don't want to be that person who just backs up stuff without testing it because you really need to test your backups to know if they're good. So gonna have to set myself up for emulating all of these systems to do that, I guess, like with PCM that let me know that the FreeDOS disk image I made was bad, so that was good to see. But yeah, that was really time well spent, I should say. That's basically what I'm getting to. Well, thank you all for being here and hanging out. If you want to see more of this, you can subscribe on YouTube. I just released a video about FreeDOS on YouTube today during the stream, so you can go check that out now that the stream's ending if you want. But that is it for the moment. Thank you all for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.